Fun Monthly Coffee Club. Theme, dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston. Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane. Here are Peter and Anthony with Sports 56 Mornings.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in on a Friday. We made it to Friday. All Hallows Eve. I'm dressed up as Peter Edmiston. It's a great costume for me. I see Anthony Sane dressed up like Anthony Sane.
I'm always
one of the world's biggest haters.
I'm always a superhero, bro, so I'm always in costume. So.
Exactly right. Maybe the world's biggest hater. I don't know. Depends on the day. He's up there, though, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, Zach Boyd, dressed as ever as Similac Zach, his alter ego, America's soy toy. Zach, good morning. What are you gonna be for Halloween?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 360-8255.
Yeah.
Man, I'm bah humbug on Halloween this year, man.
You don't do anything on Halloween?
No, Halloween is the biggest holiday in the world to me, and it ain't the same this year, so I don't even want to have nothing to do with it at all.
Oh.
Yep, Gabe was born a couple of weeks before Halloween, so Halloween was like the holiday. He had a costume on in the NICU.
What was his costume?
Superman.
Aw.
He was Bane. The very next year.
That's super cute.
I gotta post his old Halloween pictures. I always do.
Yeah, man. That's outstanding. Well, so you're not gonna do anything this year. You're just gonna be sitting around moping.
But we're going to a social
event.
Like,
don't look at me. It's so sad Halloween. Come on, man.
We're going to a social event, an entertainment.
Uh-oh. I think I know which entertainment event you're going to.
Yeah, we'll talk about it out there.
I'm aware of what entertainment event you're going to.
All right.
And I hope you guys have fun. All right, so we are in the we're the Family Leisure Studios, of course, doing the show today. Today is going to be, and it already is, cold. It's cold. It's cold out there. It's legit cold. In the 40s as you make your way to work. This morning high is going to be not particularly much higher than in the 50s, maybe. It's going to be pretty cold for most of the day. So bundle up. In fact, in some parts of this area, it's even in the high 30s right now. So yeah, it's cold. It's cold out there. And I would say bundle up this morning. I'd say bundle the kids up and make your way to work or school in style. We're gonna take you there. Today, Zach's probably going to conjure up a bunch of accidents. If I know Zach, especially with this close to Halloween, there's no doubt that Zach's probably got that voodoo spell out, and he's probably, I don't know. Just be careful out there, folks, because Zach loves it. Zach loves a good 10-15 accident morning. So
yeah,
let's try to stay away from each other. See if you can avoid the curse of Zach.
It's the day before Halloween too.
Zach, go easy on him, okay? Go easy on him.
Got all kinds of
I myself was almost in an accident yesterday, man.
See, what? That's karma. That's karma.
It's
you
not
caused
karma.
all those other accidents,
I didn't cause
it comes
nothing.
right back on. Mm-hmm.
I have no special powers, but the dude decided to flip me off because I turned
my
signal light on.
Did you pray for
him?
What?
I just gave him a look like.
Wait. Why did he flip you off?
Because I jumped into his lane with my signal light on. Like, I thought
did you cut him off?
No, plenty of time. He hit his brakes really hard, got upset, and he gave me the bird in front of behind me. I saw it in my rearview mirror. I was like, really, dude? Like, it's traffic right now. Like everybody's slowing down.
It sounds to me like Zach cut him off. I mean, that's just based on this evidence.
I wouldn't.
Because he slammed on his brakes real hard, and
no,
it's
no,
it sounds like Zach cut him off.
Because homie was speeding, fam.
Yeah, but just because you put your turn signal on doesn't mean that you can just get over whenever you feel like it. I mean,
if it's clear, then yeah, I could get over. If it's clear on my left side, I could get over.
I'm just saying, man. So you didn't flip this guy off back?
No, I just looked at him and just laughed because it's like, bro.
Did you do like one of these and
I should have, but I wasn't in that headspace because like I was kind of like just giving him a look like, really, bro, it's not.
It's the worst. It's the worst, man. It's the worst.
It really is.
I got flipped off for doing the right thing one time, and I wanted to do some real damage to that car. I was in a parking lot. I had the right of way. I didn't have a stop sign. I just drove like normal. The other guy had a stop sign. He had to stop, and he tried to drive right through. And I drove through as I should have because there was no stop sign on my end, and he just flips out. Double bird, the whole work like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was about to get out of my car and
the double bird
stunner. He was just like you could just see rage, just raging in the car, like the head just flying around, birds go. It was people getting mad.
Yeah,
I did the right thing. Oh, I was.
Hey, as long as you stay in your car, we all good.
Still mad about that. Yeah.
Hey, I need some.
Don't be pulling any guns out or anything like that. People, don't be doing something stupid. Just calm down.
I need some quick parenting advice. I know we got a lot of sports to jump into. If y'all just give me 2 minutes of your time.
All right.
Give me 2 minutes of your time. All right. Gabe is going to virtual learning, right?
Right.
All right. Me and his mom co-parent, of course. I talk about that all the time.
Yep.
Gabe gets easily distracted. Gabe is a creative, and I'm a creative as well. And he got that from me. And we both hated school. I hated school from kindergarten through senior year. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. It was real smart, but I just hated going to school. Gabe's the same way. So he doesn't really lock in to virtual learning. He'll go through days where he's like, screw this crap. I'm finna think about John Cena or somebody. Like his mind is on, you know what I mean? He'll just be zoned out. Mm-hmm. So his mom, as a desperate measure, she pulled out his Elf on the Shelf from Christmas time early.
Uh-oh.
And she said that she uses the Elf on the Shelf as a monitor for Gabe while he's in the room doing work. Because she works from home too. And she's a teacher as well, so she can't always lock in to what he's doing. So she pulled out the Elf on the Shelf. All right, Gabe is also weird as hell, just like me. So Gabe pulls out his iPad and puts it on record at night so he can see what the Elf on the Shelf is doing while he's in bed. And his mom finds out that he does this every night. So she goes and gets this elf and moves it, act like it's flying around the room. And she edits the video, and she gets Gabe's file and makes it one long file where the elf is one moment he's sitting there, and the next moment he jumps off the counter. So Gabe, exactly. So Gabe messages me the next morning like, Dad, my Elf on the Shelf is effing flying. Like, he didn't curse, but that's how Gabe talks. So I called his mom, like, I'm laughing because it was funny. Because I'm like, you put a lot of work into doing it. But now I got him thinking that now he's thinking that there's an elf watching him at night. So when I get him this weekend, I want to break the news to him like, Gabe, that didn't really happen. Because I feel like he's eventually going to be scared of this damn elf that he saw flying around his room while he was asleep. But his mom was like, yeah, I'm going to ride this out until for Christmas. I'm like, no, you're not. So I don't know if I should overrule what she's doing or I should let it ride.
You should.
Because I don't know if that's going to destroy the whole spirit of Christmas when I do that too. So.
Well, I mean, again, my opinion on this whole thing is probably different, but I am not at all in favor of elves on the shelves.
I think the whole concept is ridiculous.
I hate the elf on the shelf.
It looks spooky as hell, and you're telling the kid that this thing is watching you all the time.
It is creepy. It is weird. It creates this whole blackmail vibe. Like, you better do right or else I'm gonna,
this elf is not
withhold, or Santa is gonna withhold the presents. The elf is gonna report back to Santa and withhold the presents and all this. Mm-hmm. It just creates a total like surveillance vibe that I'm not cool with at all.
I'm not surprised that that's not your thing.
No, I don't like it one bit. We've never done it. Never. I don't even. No. Never even. No. And thankfully that's one thing my wife and I totally agree on that we just we're not bringing it. So now what I would say for you is that, because you guys disagree on this, you need to, you guys need to communicate on this before you do anything. You can't just unilaterally do this because then that's going to be a problem. You got to talk to her about it first or run it by her or something. You got to you got to chat with her before you do this because otherwise it's not going to go well.
Because it's about to be November. It's almost
now. Personally, I agree with you. We don't need any blackmail, and I just think that's you don't want to scare kids into doing stuff.
Because Gabe is going through a stretch where he was talking about he was having nightmares all the time. I'm like, I don't know how that's helping
man, that's
the
not
situation
going,
if he thinks the elf is watching him at night and gets up and flies around his room. Like I think
if he's smart enough to put surveillance on him, then I think he should be rewarded for that. I mean, I think you should reward him with you know what, you're right. You figured this thing out, good for you.
Yeah.
As opposed to I'm gonna edit this and make it look
right. Yeah, it's Bob. I was like,
I definitely don't endorse that.
I was like, props for your creativity, but that kind of it just makes me wonder what kind of stuff you had going on when we were sharing, we were cohabitating. So I'm like,
exactly.
Okay.
No, I can't. No.
Yeah, man, wild stuff, man.
No, I don't. I know. I totally. I know.
Wild stuff.
I'm in favor. No, I'm in favor of you. But like I said, talk to her first. But I'm
gonna talk to her.
As far as I'm concerned, if I could snap my fingers and wipe off all elves on all shelves, then I would do it.
Yeah, tormenting kids all over the world.
I do. I'm Thanos. Just wham, get them all. Except not half of them. All of them.
Imagine going in the store and look up and nothing's missing but elves on the shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
Which would also probably scare the hell out of everybody.
That would be scarier than anything else right there. But they all just left. They're like,
all over the world.
Done.
Oh crap!
Our jobs are done.
It's real.
No. We don't need. I didn't like it when my mom would use Santa as a weapon of obedience. If you don't, she always threatened to call Santa. She's like, I got Santa's number. I'd call.
Yeah.
She picked up the phone. She'd be like, I'm calling Santa. I'd be like, No. So, I don't. Not into that. All right. So you want to dial up. You want to let Sane know what he should do about Elf on the Shelf. 67129 on the First Bank text line. 67129 on the First Bank text line. 67129. You can also dial us up on the First Bank phone line. That's 360-8255. 901-360-8255. You can also hit us up on the chats on the various video platforms that we are out there on: Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, Twitter, Twitch, and all of those. They all typically have chats. You can just fire off something in the chat. It comes to us as well on the First Bank chat line. Feel free to hit us up there. You can mail us stuff, as people occasionally do. 6080 Mount Moriah Extended, Memphis, Tennessee 38115, and we'll check that out if you mail that to us. So all of that is to say, welcome in. We're glad to have you. It's Halloween, or almost Halloween, and that means that things are getting a little tricky and a little treaty. And the tricks, well, they're on Clemson, because Trevor Lawrence has got COVID.
Oh no!
The most well-known, biggest star in college football, he got himself a case of the coronavirus. He will miss, obviously, tomorrow's game against Boston College, but the one that everyone's talking about really is the game at Notre Dame, where technically he is supposed to have a 10-day quarantine. That's the rule based on the ACC's medical advisory group. You have a 10-day situation where he goes into isolation. Apparently he's got mild symptoms, so he's not completely asymptomatic. He does have some mild symptoms, but this is where it gets really weird, insane, because you don't know exactly when his 10-day clock starts.
Yep.
The 10 days starts in the onset of symptoms, according to the ACC. Well, that would be easy enough if they want to kind of fudge the numbers there to make sure that the 10-day clock would be, let's say it started on Wednesday. Well, all of a sudden, then you'd magically be able to play the next Saturday. I'm sure that the symptoms in this case would have started, whenever they need them to, so that he can play against Notre Dame, assuming that he's healthy and all that.
Oh, they started last Saturday as soon as the game was over.
It's weird because it's not from the diagnosis; it's from when the symptoms began. And so, I mean, you know, I wish I wasn't so cynical, but like, you know, they're not going to do this as if like they're not actually looking out for the pure health factors here. They're just looking out for the game. They're just looking out for how are they going to be able to get Trevor Lawrence back on the field to play against Notre Dame. And, you know, I think that they'll find a way to do that. If I had to guess, they'll find a way to do that no matter what. It's not the right thing to do, but I suspect that that's what they'll do. The interesting thing is that they're going to, if that's the case, saying though he comes out and plays on next Saturday, against Notre Dame, theoretically, you know, this is a top 5 matchup, and he would have done that without any practice or any preparation or having been out, you know, on the field or any of that stuff for a week and a half. So even if he does come out, it's not necessarily ideal. I don't know if this is a game changer, saying this is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it definitely is. He'll definitely be out this game. They're still trying to get him in for the Notre Dame game. Do you think that? What do you think will affect the fans and players and coaches? What do you think? Do you think this might be the biggest move, the biggest event that's happened as far as COVID-19 affecting players? Do you think this is the biggest one that's going to affect everyone going so far? Has to be, right? I mean, this is.
You mean as far as like people's perception of it,
like awareness of it, like saying, "Oh, okay,
yeah, like
this can really hit anybody."
Yeah, I would think so.
You think this is bigger than
I would
Saban?
hope so.
This is bigger than Saban. Right?
I mean, it's bigger than. Yeah, I think it's bigger than Saban. I think it's similar. I'll just put I think it's similar. I think it's similar to Saban. I think it's similar to the president in terms of
right.
like
the president of the United States. Yeah, it's up there.
Right. If these are well-known people that are, you know, we're obviously well aware of all the things that you're supposed to do to keep people free from coronavirus, and you know sometimes people get it. Now Nick Saban may not have actually had it. I mean, you know, that may have just been a false positive on his based on the other testing, but Trevor Lawrence has apparently been confirmed with it. The president obviously did have it. You know, everyone around Vice President Pence seems to have it. So there's like, you know, it just tells you that, you know, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you know, it is certainly possible if you don't take the proper precautions and if you're not taking care of your program. I mean, Clemson had a big run through it earlier in the summer. They had a whole bunch of people with COVID. They had 30, 40, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I don't know how tight they were at that point. I'm not sure how tight they're being now, to be honest with you. But it certainly should raise awareness of how prevalent this is. And man, look, I can only speak for anecdotal evidence, but around here, I'm hearing, I've heard this week, so many people that I know have either have gotten it or have got someone close to them who's got it.
Yeah.
Like it has been an incredible spike this week. So I can't speak to the numbers, but like in just my contacts with folks,
I'm having the same.
Like I've heard
wild,
it seems like it's going nuts out there. So I don't know, you know, be everybody. I would say be careful, but it does seem like we've had a major bump up in the last week or two.
Yeah.
Maybe fall break. You know, that was fall break was 2 weeks ago. I mean, that could, you know, maybe people were out there getting. I don't know, but it's.
It does seem like people are kind of taking their foot off the gas as far as being preventive. A lot of people, it does seem like a lot of people close. So you see people on Facebook talking about it. It's been like that for like the past month or so with me. The last probably 6 weeks. Just a lot of people that I know personally have gotten it and bounced back from it. But in the case of Trevor Lawrence, of course, the biggest concern. I don't think you would worry about him passing away as much. But as far as I mean, this is, you know, number one pick in the draft. What if he has some type of long going complication from it, breathing issues or something like that? It just seems like with a guy like Trevor Lawrence, man, you might just see just a mad scramble, a mad dash of guys opting out for the rest of the season. I mean, that would have to. If I'm a NFL prospect who's playing college football and I've already got 3 or 4 good games in, I promise you I would shut it down and wouldn't care what anybody has to say at this point. I mean, seeing a guy like that get it, man, especially if he comes back and if he ain't right, people going to say, oh, I wonder is that a COVID thing? You know what I mean? I wonder was that COVID related when he threw that pick? You know, it's going to be those type of things, man. I mean, it's really eye-opening when you see a star of this magnitude. I mean, this is like LeBron James getting in the NBA. You know what I mean? In the bubble or whatever. This is the same type of situation. It's crucial, man. Like I don't know. I mean, it could. You have to definitely keep your eye on it because there can be so much that can happen from this situation after today, and after he comes back, hopefully in that Notre Dame game. But I just hope that this is an eye opener for fans, coaches, and players.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's starting to remind me a little bit, to be honest with you, of the discussion that we had in the summer about awareness about like Black Lives Matter and racial discrimination and that kind of thing, where it's like, how much farther can awareness go?
Right.
Like if you're not aware at this point, then you're obviously trying not to be aware. If you're not aware of the intense discriminatory issues that have been a part of this our whole setup for a long time, then you probably just don't want to be. And if you're not aware by this point in the pandemic of what's going on with COVID and how you can do your best to avoid it, and then the things that you can do to kind of mitigate it, then you're probably just not wanting to get that information. So, I mean, I hope you're right, but I just can't envision that there's very many people that are like, oh man, this COVID is serious now that Trevor Lawrence has it. Like, what else could you need? We had 225,000 people dead. We got 90,000 cases yesterday, setting a new one-day record. Well, I don't know.
Yep. And Tennessee,
I guess some people need to hear it, but it's
depending on what number you're looking at, Tennessee is in the top 10 as far as cases in the country, which is alarming. Like no matter where it be from anywhere from 7 to 10, depending on what number you're looking at, they're anywhere from 7 to 10 as far as cases in America. So I'm like, man, good God, when are we gonna figure this out? When are we gonna start being preventive? And then you cut on TV last night and you just see one of the wildest displays of just, do y'all get it ever? You know what I mean? So we just live in strange times, man. And I hate to see this happen to such a high profile star. You're hoping that he can bounce back from it soon. I just hope he comes back with no complications, and I just hope it kind of heightens the awareness for the players more than anything. Because, like we talked about yesterday, the fans, if you get them and go to a game, you're going there voluntarily. Players are going there voluntarily, but there's also a lot more skin in the game. There's more of a push for them to go out there and actually play, whether it be to their own will or not. So I just hope that he's fine and he just comes out on top of it.
I think I agree with you. Hopefully so. I mean, I'm sure he will. In most of these cases, the guys do. So I assume he'll be fine, and I hope he doesn't spread it around, and I hope he is good with the quarantine and all that. And fingers crossed, everything works out well for him. But it is a big thing to think about when it comes to college football. It's a real deal situation. We're going to talk about another strange situation. This one over in baseball, not necessarily related to COVID, thankfully. We'll discuss that on the other side in the Family Leisure Studios. Pete and Sam with you, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
Want to get your voice heard? Hit us up on the First Bank phone line or First Bank text line.
Get your gun, Nelly, and saddle up Penelope as Western Trading Days at Sunrise Buick GMC. Old-time trading prices on over 800 new Buicks and GMCs, and the Sunrise Used Car Corral has over 150 in stock. Sunrise has rustled up a good-looking herd of cars and trucks under $99.95. Ranch managers have been told to cut prices to the bone. If you're a good person with bad credit, SunriseMemphis.com will help put your brand on one of these little fillies. Come on in and save some money during Western Trading Days at Sunrise, Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville. Cars cost less at Sunrise, partner.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Five-Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. Looking for some action on your favorite games? Action247.com is at your service. Action 24/7 free-to-play games are brought to you by Tennesseans for Tennesseans. Come play with us online at Action247.com. Our free-to-play games are fun and easy. Go to Action247.com and click Let's Play. And best of all, you can win cash prizes. That's right, cash prizes. Free to play online at Action247.com. You got action.
Water damage to your home or business can be an absolute nightmare. And the faster you remove the standing water, the faster you can prevent secondary damage. Landmark Construction and Emergency Services specializes in water extraction. They have been a trusted name in the Mid-South for over 20 years. They are a Memphis-based company ready to serve your needs with their 24-hour emergency response. They are always on call and will respond within an hour. They work with most insurance companies and are the official restoration contractor of the Memphis Tigers home team. Landmark Construction and Emergency Services can't prevent disasters in your home and at your business, but their water damage team will certainly respond quickly to minimize and restore the damage. Call 901-452-0390. That's 901-452-0390 or online at landmarkco.org.
You're scrambling around. You need a haircut. Where you gonna go? I got a place that has 15 locations. I've got a place where details matter. I've got a place that can be invigorating and relaxing at the same time. You know what it is. It's Supercuts. Every haircut ends with the signature hot towel finish. Every haircut matters. When you're getting ready, you go into Supercuts. The stylist will pay attention to every detail. So you get the haircut you want, and of course, you're going to finish with that signature hot towel. You walk out clean, sharp, and not just ready, but super ready. And you might want to ask that hairstylist about what the tea tree experience is. One part invigorating, one part relaxing. The tea tree experience is something you need to try. 15 locations. I mentioned that, didn't I? All you've got to do is go to supercuts.com. You'll find the one nearest to you. Get super ready at Supercuts.
36-month leases, $31.49 due at signing. 0 security deposit. Excludes ACQ fee, $10,000 per year. 20 cents excess mileage. $6.50 acquisition fee. Forte ME $275,992. MSRP $20,510. Sold L706 $3372. MSRP $21,885. K5 MG 003,199. MSRP $25,725. K900 MSRP $65,610. L60 $26,907. L60 $21,220. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF $695. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/1/2020. Dealer stock only. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Where can you find best mass market branded initial quality 5 years running for Kia with J.D. Powers? We Gossett and Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah. Take your pick. 2021 Kia Forte or 2020 Kia Soul. $149 a month lease, 36 months. 2021 Kia K5 beats Toyota Camry with more passenger cargo headroom and legroom volume, plus a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. $189 a month lease for 36 months, all just $31.49 due at signing. Plus 2020 K900, $10,000 off MSRP. So come get happy at Gossett Kia, 2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
If you want it, we Gossett and Gossett Motor Cars.
Sports 56 traffic.
We got a crash on Neely Road at Levi Road. Also have an injury crash on Kirby Parkway at Rains. Have a crash on Fraser Boulevard east of Mount Terrace Street. Have an accident on College Boulevard at US 64. And also we have a car that is broken down on the roadway at Shelby Drive at Getwell Road. And that is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween.
Pumpkins scream in the dead of night.
Yeah.
This is Halloween, everybody make a scene. Trick or treat till the neighbors gonna
Trick or
die
what?
right. It's our town, everybody scream.
Welcome back. We got nothing but treats, no tricks for you on today's program. That's our motto. I wish we could give you guys candy, but we can't for any number of reasons. But we're just gonna give you some what I like to call auditory candy. That's over the next 2.5 hours. We got our friend Adam Kramer coming up at 8 o'clock. Kari Thompson joins us at 9 o'clock, so we always have lots of fun on Fridays. Plenty to get to as well. I thought it was a trick yesterday, but it turns out that it was legit when Tony La Russa was named the manager of the Chicago White Sox. Now, first of all, when the White Sox sent out the email to their season ticket holders, they sent it out with the signature of A.J. Hinch, former Astros manager, who is not Tony La Russa, and was not hired. But that's not great. Not a great way to start things off. They quickly corrected that. That's a weird thing that you'd end up with a guy's signature who's not your manager, was not your manager, wasn't I guess going to be your manager, and he ends up with his signature on there anyway. That's kind of cool. Good way to start the job. Tony La Russa. I mean, I genuinely did not think that Tony La Russa was even would have wanted to come back to managing. He's 76 years old. I wouldn't have thought that he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, literally a Hall of Famer, which is like generally the Hall of Fame people don't. They frown upon people coming out of retirement to be back in the mix. I just don't. I don't know. He's only the third manager to be 75 years of age or older. This is just. Well, Jerry Reinsdorf fired him back in 1986 with Hawk Harrelson, who was the GM at the time, kind of pushed him to fire Tony La Russa, and La Russa went on to bigger and better things. I guess he wants to undo that, but this is I got to tell you, this is like somewhat reminiscent of the Grizzlies hiring Hubie Brown back in the day, except that it's a worse fit. Hubie was actually a good fit at that moment. This is not a good fit.
Well, when I first saw it, I thought, well, maybe this is Tony La Russa Jr. that they were talking about, and not actual Tony La Russa that I grew up on.
Daniel LaRusso, I believe, was hired. but no.
Yeah, which probably would have been about the same reaction for me if Daniel LaRusso, Daniel's son, was the coach.
Daniel's son, that's right. That's right.
So I'm like, okay, you were talking about Tony La Russa, who was like the manager of the A's back when I was literally a child, right? Is that what we were talking about?
Correct.
So I was like, okay, this is crazy. Like, what are the White Sox doing? So I confirmed the age. I was like, okay, he has to be like 70, 80 years old. And I saw he was 76 years old or whatever. I'm like, man, what are they doing? Like, it just sounds like the wildest news ever. And, sometimes, we talk about sports, having copycat leagues. And I'm like, well, okay, this might be a very extreme case of a copycat league, because I can tell you for sure that Tony La Russa will not sub out a pitcher because of a pitch count or analytics or never pitch past the sixth inning. Like, you can throw all that out of the window because Tony La Russa is old school like me. So I'm going to pick the Chicago White Sox to be your 2021 World Series champs based on him being old school and pitching those pitchers until they fall out. So there's my prediction right there. Tony La Russa, sweep the leg. It makes zero sense, man. It makes zero sense at all. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I mean, La Russa's. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this at all. I don't really understand. I think Tony La Russa was at one point an innovative guy in baseball back in the day. I mean, he was really one of the first guys to hit the closer gimmick the way it is, or what it turned into with Dennis Eckersley. He's moved guys around the batting order. He was one of the first guys to hit pitchers eighth in order to try to get more RBI opportunities for Mark McGwire as the lineup went in. He managed Cardinals to the 2011 World Series title. It wasn't that long ago. But Dusty Baker's still managing. He's in his 70s, early 70s, but 70s nonetheless. I don't know. He was in the Diamondbacks organization after he left the Cardinals, and that didn't go well. He's been pretty publicly derisive of analytic analytic situations, and
Copycat league,
that's probably not going to go well.
How
he's
did it work for the Tampa Bay Rays? They lost. You know what they lost
the World
to?
Series. They made the World Series with the 28th highest payroll.
You know what they lost to? Go pay everybody and put the best team on the field. That's what they lost.
No,
to.
you know they lost to is who's their general manager?
Who?
Andrew Friedman. Where did Andrew Friedman come from?
Where? Princeton.
Tampa.
Oh.
No, Tampa. Because so doing the analytic thing. So they combined spending money with actual analytic knowledge. That's why they're where they are. That's why they continue to be as good as they are. And that's why they pay the people that they pay. They don't just do it randomly. They have analytics experience with them. Now, if you want to see, other teams are plowing money in and not necessarily getting as much out of it, but I just think, and you've got a guy like Tim Anderson, who's a kind of a new school guy, bat flip sort of guy. I'm not sure that's going to work out well. I don't know. It's
well, guys,
I don't know. I'm not certain. I don't like this move at all. And I just can't. I can't see it working out real well.
Typically, with the younger team, you want a younger manager, not like the inverse of that. Because, I think with a much older roster, I can see Tony La Russa coming back and say, if the Yankees decide to get rid of Aaron Boone and put La Russa in for a couple of seasons, and I can see that much older team, actually ready to win now. Not to say that the White Sox are, not ready to win, but this White Sox team is a super, super young team. So having a young coach to kind of have that cohesion with the team, I think would have worked out perfectly. But I guess analytics is might as well just go out the door at this point with the White Sox.
I've got other breaking news just came out, and the White Sox front just saw that. Let me see. Just saw that it confirmed his age. Just saw that 52-year-old Frank Thomas could be coming back, fresh off his Nugenics.
He's making his return.
Those commercials are the absolute worst. Oh my God, those commercials, man. He walks in the gym.
Yeah, so he's ready to go.
Is that former White Sox slugger Frank Thomas? Man, he looks good. I'm going to go ask him what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm popping pills, B.
Hey, guys, I'm Frank Thomas, and I enjoy eugenics.
Yeah, man, he's ready to go.
Nugenics?
But
eugenics is a different thing. Don't want to deal with that.
Could Frank Thomas come out there and be like a DH and, pop a couple home runs at 52? You think?
Like in spot duty?
Because if you're gonna bring back,
I'm sure he would hit a home run if he played a whole season.
If you're gonna bring back Tony La Russa, why not?
I think he'd hit one home run. Sure.
Can
bring back Blackjack McDowell and all those with the rest of those early '90s White Sox legends. Was Robin Ventura? What's he up to?
Can we check on Jim Thome and see if he's ready to come out of retirement?
Jim Thome?
Thome, yeah.
Didn't Thome play for the Indians? You trying to get everybody from that era? King Griffey Jr.?
I thought he played for the White Sox at one point.
I mean, I guess he might have. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a baseball guy.
Oh well,
I just remember him as an Indian, but he may well have played with the White Sox. I remember as Cleveland Indian Jim Thome, but let's just see. Yeah, he played a few seasons with the White Sox.
Yeah.
Get Jim Thome back out there. Fine.
Just get everybody out there, man.
That's great. As far as I'm concerned, this is. I don't know, man. I can't. I mean, we might as well. We're going to elect two people, one of two people next week that's in the same age range to run the whole country. So I don't know why Tony La Russa can't run a baseball team, but it's still just. I feel like there's got to be dozens of better choices than Tony La Russa for this job. I cannot see this going anywhere but down for any number of reasons. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But hey, White Sox fans, I think most White Sox fans are from what I can tell, they don't love it. That's for sure. So we got better news for those of you in Atlanta, though. We'll talk a little bit about the game last night. The Falcons getting a rare W as they've cleaned out the organization, and maybe things are on the rise. I hope they keep winning. We'll talk about what happened last night in the NFL from the Family Leisure Studios, Real Sports Star, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
Get happy with Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. Weekday afternoons from 1 to 3 on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
If ever there was a time for comfort food, this is it. And there's no comfort food like Sunrise on Jefferson. Fresh-made breakfast featuring Sunrise's signature homemade square biscuits or the huge selection of hot, fresh, and fast lunch items are all part of what has always made Sunrise the most comforting of comfort foods in Memphis. Of course, everything that can be done to keep you and the staff safe at Sunrise is a top priority. And you can always order ahead and get delicious Sunrise to go. At a time this confusing, it's good to know there's one thing you can count on: Sunrise.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Family Leisure's done it again. We're talking about the world's biggest spa sale. Up to 30% off on spas and swim spas. Choose from hundreds of different spas from multiple manufacturers. There is special financing available, and if you are in the market, special pricing now as summer starts to dwindle on chemicals and accessories. Always professional delivery available. The spas are going crazy at Family Leisure, I-40 and Whidden Road.
All 75 months at 2.99, Mirage LHO 10129, G4 LHF 07863, Eclipse LZO 15893, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/1/2020 with approved credit, dealer stock only.
How about a brand new ride that gets 43 mpg highway, seats 5, plus costs less than $4 a day? We Gossett at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage, buy for $11,100 or $99 a month. 2020 G4, 41 mpg highway, $139 a month, or buy for $12,435. And 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, $19,107 or $229 a month. Plus confidence today, tomorrow, and long into the future with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage, $99 a month. Mirage G4, $139 a month. And Eclipse Cross, $229 a month. Get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld
an eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
he did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster.
He did the Monster Mash.
From my laboratory in the castle east.
I never really understood this song for a number of reasons. Don't really understand why it's popular. I mean, it's catchy, I guess.
Yeah, again, like the chorus is like the only thing I know about this song.
Yeah. The lyrics are weird. The whole song is weird. The vibe is weird. I don't know. Not my thing.
This is what you get when it's Halloween.
God, Lord, and a fly.
I want to suck your blood.
Then we talk about stuff today like, what crap is this song talking about? Like, what is this song talking about? The guy literally made a song about Halloween.
I made a song. Yeah, we made a novelty song about a Monster Mash. Which is it a dance or is it the song? Is the
like
the dance the Monster Mash?
It's about having a party with ghouls and goblins.
Yeah, they had a party with ghouls and goblins, and they were doing the mash, but it's unclear as to whether the mash is actually the song or whether it's a dance.
Maybe it's a sexual innuendo disguised inside of this song.
I mean, maybe there were plenty of those in those days. I don't think this is it though. There is a version of that song which I have to
maybe the monsters were people that were on different drugs, or the monsters might represent different drugs, and they got together and had this wild sex party.
Well, I'll send you the version of the song that's the different song. But, in any event, it's weird, and I don't care for it. But that's I don't really know of any good Halloween songs. Are there any good Halloween songs? I guess we're gonna hear some.
Yeah,
we're gonna hear. What's a good Halloween song? Give me.
Who,
one.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, something off a Rocky Horror Picture Show, I'd assume.
Yeah, I mean that's all right. Okay, that's. I wouldn't say that's how. I guess it's Halloween.
Also, shout out to me. You guys think I don't like musicals? Rocky Horror Picture Show was freaking amazing. It's just not. It's just not trash like Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Yeah, play some off of Hamilton. That's some good scary music. Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah, that's some good. Yeah, that's some good. Talk about a horror film. Yeah, imagine like this glorification of a guy that was like well, I'm not gonna go that deep. But yeah.
I mean, in terms of all that time, Hamilton was one of the.
Yeah, he was one of the good guys. Yeah.
He was one of the good guys.
I got you.
Comparatively. All right, the Falcons. It was all good for them. They win against the Carolina Panthers, 25-17 in an NFC South struggle last night. Matt Ryan, 21-30, did throw a pick in this game, but ran for a touchdown. And Todd Gurley got himself a touchdown as well. The Carolina Panthers, though, suffered a pretty nasty hit. Teddy Bridgewater got just a dirty hit. Took him out, and man, that was ugly. The Panthers looked bad here. I'm not gonna lie to you. They looked real bad. This was ugly, and I as far as I'm concerned, I hope the Falcons keep winning. Not only for our friends in the ATL who listen, but also just because we need more people to start winning, so that that top pick can go to the Washington football team or someone like that. So anybody that keeps winning, I'm in favor of it. Please keep doing it.
Yeah, you saw Matt Ryan came out yesterday saying, "Why can't we win them all?" He said that's his mindset going forward.
Yeah, I like it.
I have an answer to that. Because you suck, Matt Ryan. Your team is terrible, and you're terrible as well. So that answers your question.
This was not a great football game. To be honest with you. But,
why are Thursday night games? It seems like the NFL just throws out horribly scheduled Thursday games because they figure people are going to watch it anyway, and there's no need putting out a good game.
I think you've hit it. I think you've hit it right there. I think that's exactly it.
I think they're like, well, there's no need wasting a good game on Thursday because it's the only thing on TV, so people are going to watch it anyway. We don't have to swing for the
correct.
Yeah,
correct.
It's always a bad game, like always.
By the way, our Ben Kuntzman on Twitter says at B Kuntzman says Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah,
best Halloween song. I mean, I don't even consider that a Halloween song, but I guess it's a spooky song.
It's about ghouls and goblins.
That's fine. But Ghostbusters is a great song.
Joy texted in Thriller.
Bustin' makes me feel good. Yeah, I'm into that. That's good.
You heard I said Joy texted in Thriller.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
I mean, how can you question that, man? That's obviously like a Halloween.
No, Thriller's a great song. I'm just saying I don't think of it as a Halloween song. It's a spooky song, but I don't think of it as a Halloween.
What about what about this song? Dogs don't think they're alive. You heard them?
Yeah, it's a great song. It's true.
Texas.
My favorite songs are the true songs. Dogs don't know they're alive. Dogs don't know they're alive. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Texas says Houdini, the freaks come out at night, and Concrete Blonde, the vampire song.
Actually, you know what? Now that we're bringing all this stuff up, I'm into it. All right. How about I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Get no
that's
privacy.
A good song. Yeah, that song. Rockwell. I think that's Rockwell. I'm into that. So you know what? I'm wrong. Clearly, first time. Mark this down, guys. This is the first time it's ever happened on these airwaves. I'm wrong about something. That's
yeah.
I mean that's
he got a mulligan on the whole dog thing about dogs not knowing their lives.
No, I was right about that. I was right about that. Like I said, this is literally Zach, mark this down. This is literally the first time I've ever been wrong about anything on these airwaves. But I was wrong that there are indeed some good Halloween / spooky songs. Disturbia by Rihanna. I like that song. That's a good song.
Yeah, bro. Imagine the privilege that comes with being Rockwell when you're like a nobody musician. And out of the bat, you got Michael Jackson singing a hook in one of your songs.
I mean,
because Barry Gordy's your dad. Like, imagine having that level of privilege as a musician.
That's a strong connection. Hey, if you got that connection, you got to hit that connection up. You got to hit that.
Yeah, imagine this is your first time out the bat, bro. Like, hey, Dad, I think I need Michael Jackson to come sing a hook.
All right, son. I get
no problem. I can get Michael to do that.
I'll get you Michael Jackson.
I'll make a phone call.
He's actually more my son than you are. Yeah, man. That's pull. That's pull there, man.
No, that's that. I would use whatever pull I had if I could make that happen.
Yeah.
No, it's like my man Kenny Loggins would hit up Michael McDonald and just say, hey man, why don't you come sing the hook on the song, and there you go. Michael McDonald will come in. When you got Michael McDonald coming in, it's that's power right there. So you know what? Like I said, history. Is
Kenny Loggins was definitely a B teamer. He definitely was an A-list blue-eyed soul guy. He kind of was on the bench.
Well, I mean, I think he started out as a B teamer. I think he was elevated to the A team with his connections. But nonetheless, I was wrong about something, which I don't like. Texas says "Nightmare on My Street" by Will Smith.
Oh, then what's the John?
Sorry.
My Mind Playing Tricks on Me. That's a Halloween song. Good playing.
Yeah. You know what?
Shout out to the Ghetto Boys who were part of the horrorcore era of music. You remember that?
Oh man, I forgot all about the Ghetto Boys.
You remember horrorcore music?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
It included. We might find some 3 6 Mafia songs to play in this Halloween thing, man. Come on.
Oh, they got plenty of spooky. They got plenty of spooky songs. Absolutely. Oh yeah, I never really thought about it that way. But they got tons of spooky songs.
Horrorcore was a real thing with guys like we gotta up it. It just can't be about hardcore or gangster rap. We gotta talk about demons.
No, you gotta throw in demons and
come on, man. You got Bone Thugs and Harmony, all that stuff. Come on, man.
All the various offshoots. You had Koopsta and those guys, and all those albums were always
Koopsta. What was his name?
Let's just stick with Koopsta for
King Koopsta
for the purposes. Just for the purposes of this conversation,
we might get Greg on the line and say, "Hey, Greg, read this artist."
It's a little close. I'm flying a little too close to the sun on that one. I don't want to misspeak on anything here.
Yeah,
man. Because there wasn't the Devil's Playground. That's one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, man. Come on, we got plenty of spooky music came out over the years, man. Come on.
Why don't you play some of that, Zach, instead of like Monster Mash? Let's play some
3 6 Mafia.
play some Torture Chamber. Play Torture Chamber from Koopsta. Koopsta K. I'll call it.
Double K. Good old Double K.
Double K.
Koopsta. Yeah. We got to get
at least with an A.
We got to get social media influence with Greg Gaston to read his name.
Oh, absolutely. And add him. Man. So congratulations to the Falcons for getting a win. Well done. You are not the worst team in the league or close to it anymore. Jets still by far the scariest team in the league, for sure. We'll come back and talk to Adam Kramer. I can't wait to talk to him about his Halloween plans, plus what is a very strange weekend in college football. We're going to get his thoughts on Tigers in Cincinnati, a big game. Really big game for both teams, and a chance for Tigers to, I think, set a tone and really make a statement. The chance for Cincinnati to kind of elevate themselves even further. So a big game for sure. We'll talk to Kramer about that and the other ones coming up. Hour number 2 on the way. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
Jeep Adventure Days and Ram Power Days are rocking at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on Covington Pike. And guess who's got #1 ranked brand in initial quality and driver appeal among mass market brands? We Gossett! 2020 Jeep Cherokee Latitude IIHS top safety pick. $21,560 or $275 a month. Or get muscle with 2020 Dodge Challenger XST with best in-class cargo volume. $24,348 or $314 a month. Plus get Ram tough in a 2020 Ram 1500 Classic Crew Cab 4x2. We Gossett at $388 a month. Drive past the rest. Come to the best. Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat 1901 Covington Pike. Online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motorcars.
Ranked by J.D. Powers IQS and appeal studies, all 75 months at 4.11 APR, 3,500 down, must finance through Chrysler Cherokee, LD 643160, MSRP 28,190, Challenger LHS 214,740, MSRP 31,180, Ram LG 29329, MSRP 37,855, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/1/2020 with approved credit dealer stock only.
Hey friends, all aboard to A&J Catfish Station's newest location in Millington at 7838 Church Street. A&J Catfish Station has delicious light battered farm-raised catfish and mouth-watering big fried shrimp. Try the popular blackened catfish or fresh fried filet and whole channel catfish. Then there's mouth-watering mac and cheese, homemade tartar sauce, great burgers and fries, and fresh vegetables. Got a sweet tooth? Enjoy A&J's Peach Cobbler, voted #1 in Memphis. A&J Catfish Station, now the new location in Millington at 7838 Church Street.
What's up, Memphis? This is former Memphis kicker Steven Gostkowski. I know you've heard of Platinum Jewelers by now. You've heard from former Grizzly Mike Miller and my man D'Angelo Williams tell you about them. Now take it from me, a 2-time Super Bowl champ. Platinum Jewelers is the best in the business. When it's time for jewelry, make sure you give Platinum Jewelers a look before you buy.
Platinum Jewelers has a brand new location in Germantown at 9387 Poplar Avenue. Visit them or at 545 Perkins Extended in East Memphis or online at platinumjewelers.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The big hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance.
Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text KICK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of new Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help get you back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text KICK to 321-321. That's KICK to 321-321.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies, we will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Fiveash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
Buy your next car or truck at Streamline Auto Smart. Your next smart decision. All credit welcome. Drive off in your new low-mileage pre-owned car or truck. From low-end cars to the most luxurious sports car. Ask about the 48-hour vehicle locator. Let Streamline Auto Smart do the looking for you. Close your deal within 1 hour. No waiting. It's quick and easy at Streamline Auto Smart. Your next smart decision. 2558 Mount Moriah. Call Streamline Auto Smart 901-235-8845. Your next smart decision.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
We're going to crash on Neely Road at Levi Road. Injury crash on Kirby Parkway at Rains. Crash on Fraser Boulevard east of Mount Terrence Street. Accident on College Boulevard at US 64. Have a car that's broken down on the roadways on Shelby Drive at Getwell Road. New accidents on Harbor Avenue at Port Street, and also an injury crash on Holmes Road west of Hickory Hill. And that is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but you're the sound before you make it. Yeah. You
Rockwell was doing the background on this song.
Yep.
All right, Mike, if you do the hook on
COVID-19.
If you all right, Mike, if you do the hook on Rockwell's, then I need you to
like,
to
that's
jump
not a
in
fair
on,
trade.
Be one of the zombies. I'm gonna need you to be one of the zombies
Right.
in this video.
I'm sorry, Barry. It's not a fair deal at all. I'm Michael Jackson. Getting Rockwell to be an extra, who would ever know?
It is hour
Not
number
the same
2.
thing at all.
You had the family Leisure Studios, where you can go get your mask, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. Go get your mask while supplies last. And if you do so today, it's going to be cold, but otherwise, finally, no rain in the forecast. And I think you'll see some sun, which is nice. I haven't seen the sun in a while, so that's cool. But it's a lovely, lovely day. A high of around 50-ish for you to get out and get that mask, Sports 56 mask while supplies last. Go see them over at Family Leisure 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. Coming up later on in this hour. I can't wait for the Facebook update from Anthony Sane.
Yep.
I'm excited to
Some
see
good
what
off-season restlessness.
I can't wait to see what happens there. So we'll do that later on in the hour. But joining us now, as he does every Friday, our good friend from Bleacher Report, the Golden Tee World, and so much more. He is Adam Kramer. And his bets, ladies and gentlemen, the picks have been hot today. So I want you to pay extra close attention to Kramer. I mean, you always do anyway, but pay extra close attention because he's been cooking with gas. Kramer, what are you doing with all this money that you've been accruing?
Man, just spending it on birthday parties, right? I mean, I got kids' birthday parties, quarantine birthday parties here all throughout the fall.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going right back in. But if you're going to spend the money, you don't want to put it all back into gambling, right? You got to enjoy it.
Exactly.
So if that's enjoying it via birthday party, I'm going to do it. Yeah, we've been hot. It's it's weird. I didn't feel great about the card last week. I don't feel particularly great about the card this week. But yeah, 5-0 on the quote unquote locks of the week. As corny as that sounds, I feel like locks is a little abused here in the gambling world, but we're going to keep doing it.
People understand. It's language people understand.
Yeah, it is.
And we're going for clarity here as much as anything else. And I mean, I would recommend folks, if you win yourself a few a few bucks on the side, get yourself a Golden Tee Go machine, or maybe go the whole hog if you have a real nice day. Get yourself just a full-on arcade machine for the holidays. I mean, it's a wonderful treat for yourself and your family. So I would just recommend maybe doing something like that, Adam. I don't know. That's my thought personally.
It's my thought as well. Interest is up, obviously, as the weather gets cold. I hear you mentioned it. Chilly there. It's chilly here. It's supposed to be really nice for Halloween, whatever Halloween's going to look like. But
whatever
man,
that is.
It's been a good stretch, and it's minus Trevor Lawrence getting COVID and Wisconsin being canceled. It's been a fun stretch of college football.
that is a big minus. Speaking of which, Trevor Lawrence does indeed apparently have COVID. That is more of a concern for next week, the Notre Dame game, from a competitive standpoint. Obviously, we hope Trevor Lawrence recovers and is okay. He seems to have mild symptoms, but otherwise is all right at this point in time. I notice from a gambling standpoint, the line has not moved. Minus 31, it remains. So the public unconcerned that the Clemson is going to have too much problem with Boston College.
Well, their backup quarterback is true freshman and like the number 1 or 2 or depending on where you look, 3 player in the country, and he's pretty much a freak of nature. 6'4", DJ, and I mean, so and Travis Etienne is still there. So it's next week's game is very interesting because that is not necessarily a game you want a true freshman getting being thrown into. Even though Trevor Lawrence did it a few years ago, those types of games, and they may have another one of them. So, I mean, it's a big deal. But specifically, I think it's really big for next week, and the fact that you look at the ACC rules, they have to basically isolate and they're out for 10 days. It's going to be really, really close, right? So that'll be the interesting storyline to follow this week in terms of this is a tough one. I would be inclined to take the points because I feel like there is going to be a bit of an adjustment. But this is Clemson, and they just seem to kind of park in worthy replacements pretty regularly at positions other than quarterback. So it wouldn't surprise me if DJ gets in there, and it's just ridiculous.
Adam, what
do
you go ahead, bro.
I was going to say you would expect you would expect nothing less. Go ahead, Sam.
Adam, what are your thoughts on the whole situation between Nebraska and the Big Ten? And can you just tell us more about the situation in general?
Yeah, I think, they're not on a great streak in terms of Big Ten except, right? It's been rough. When you look at Nebraska trying to play football games and the Big Ten essentially telling them no to anything. I'll say this. The Big Ten has not made a lot of really good decisions this year. These are not great decisions that you have to make. But the fact that the Big Ten being the authority on anything right now feels frankly misguided because their plan for this has been an utter disaster. And that's not to say, again, going back in terms of how they approached COVID, I kind of got it. But to kind of shoehorn these things in and then not let the conference do anything, I don't quite get it. If this team has tested negative, which they had, and they were trying to get a football game in, and you were comfortable enough where things were, why not just let it happen, right? I mean, why not? It seems odd. It does seem like there's now the part where I kind of detour from maybe hottest of takes of like, hey, Nebraska for the Big Ten is done. No, I don't think that's the case. I think Nebraska wants to play football. I think these are unusual circumstances. I think in most years you're not going to have to ask them, can we play UTC for like 4 days before the game? I don't necessarily get that vibe. But yeah, it's been turbulent and it's been weird, and it'll be interesting to see what the response is. I thought Nebraska's response yesterday was telling in terms of kind of acceptance, but it's been a mess.
I think we'll see. Hey, Adam, let me put you on hold for a second. Zach, can you check on Adam's phone? Sounds a little off. Can you double check, see if you maybe need to call Adam back or see if you can get a different location? And while we do that, I'll tell you about the folks at FanDuel Sportsbook who bring you all kinds of great opportunities as we talk about all of these We talk about all these things for you. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a really good opportunity for you to make a little extra money as sports gambling comes to Tennessee this weekend. And FanDuel Sportsbook is already ready for you. Go ahead and download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Right now, you can get ready, and when you do, use promo code BIGHEAD. That's my big old head. Use promo code BIGHEAD to get you $50 in your opportunity. Free bets, $50 in free bets for you right out of the gate. So that's if you use that promo code BIGHEAD. It's simple. It's easy. You're going to really enjoy the folks at FanDuel taking good care of you because, it's what it's all about. We all want to win. We all want to win big. And when we win, we all want to be able to get our money. Well, you can do that with FanDuel. That is what it's all about. So they are ready for you. Get that $50 in free bets and site credit when FanDuel Sportsbook is live. Use promo code BIGHEAD because of my giant dome. Use promo code BIGHEAD to get $50 in site credit when FanDuel Sportsbook goes live. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. For problem gambling support, call 1-800-889-9789. Now, Adam Kramer back with us. Hopefully, the phone got a little iffy there, so hopefully we got that squared away, Adam, as we want to get into a few of these matchups. Let's start with a big one from around here. Memphis-Cincinnati, this line has stayed stable, even if the total has come down to 55.5. Cincy, 6.5 point favorite, trying to solidify their hold atop the AAC. A very impressive performance last week. Memphis, a little up and down, even if they got the victory against Temple. Who you like here?
The total is not a typical Memphis total, right? What we've seen recently with its offense that can really move. I will say Cincinnati last week was really impressive. I had picked SMU. That was not a lock, but that was a pick, and the Cincinnati fans were in my DMs letting me know that they're feeling their oats here a little bit. I kind of like Memphis still. I'm going to go back to the total and the line tell me that the odds makers think Memphis can play this style ball. I still don't think the Cincinnati offense is. I don't know if it can keep up. And I said that about SMU, and they did. And defensively, they're really good. I really like this Memphis team. I think it can be overwhelming at times if the Cincinnati defense shows up here. I mean, this is a really tall task 2 weeks in a row, and yet I still like Memphis. Still like the point.
Memphis. And the points, I would love to see it. I'm a little worried about Desmond Ridder and what Cincinnati can do. Very, very talented group for sure, and it's going to be a tight matchup. Where do you go, Adam? There's a couple games that I think are just wrong, and I'm going to give you my number one, like wrong team favored, upset special, whatever you want to throw out there. I think Arkansas beats Texas A&M straight up.
Wow.
What do you say?
Wow. I have yet to figure out Arkansas, right? It's a much better. I figured that out. And actually, I should say I've yet to figure out A&M. That Arkansas schedule, by the way, just looking through it again this week, my God, that's not very kind.
No.
What they have to deal with. So I don't know if I don't necessarily want a piece of this game because I still have questions about both. But it would not shock me if Arkansas does what it's done all year, which is be like a thorn in the side and take this game down to the fourth quarter.
This game historically has always had like a little bit of that action. It's always been a little closer than you might expect, and that was when Arkansas was worse than they are this year. Arkansas's defense is much, much better. And they should be 3-1. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of luck that Gus Malzahn and Auburn get from an officiating standpoint is just insane. You can ask Lane Kiffin. You can ask others about that. So now is LSU going to be the beneficiary of some of this? Is it just fated that Auburn is going to keep winning these games? They should really be 1-4, Adam, and they are yet 3-2. LSU a 2.5 point favorite on the road at Auburn. But again, God knows what this game is going to look like from an officiating standpoint.
Yeah, this line's a little bit stinky, right? Like it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think at this point, I don't think you have a large group of people other than Auburn fans who believe that Auburn is a great football. And I think even Auburn fans say it, no dice. They're the ones on the message board probably hoping to fire Gus Malzahn. for the 400th time. Now, the interesting thing here is the quarterback. Brennan did not play last week for LSU. They played a true freshman. It seems like Brennan's not going to play again. The offense is great against South Carolina. That was a really easy win. Locked win, by the way, at -6. The contrarian in me tells me to play Auburn. But it is such a tough team to handicap right now because so much of their success, quite literally, is from the football gods, more specifically the football officials. I would probably play Auburn. I think it's going to be a much tougher test, but I'm going to stay away. And you're right. It's such an odd season for that Auburn that I don't know quite how to handle this, but I do know what the average bettor is going to do here, which is lay the wood on LSU, and I'm not going to go that way.
No, you never do. You never do. Does Mike Leach have enough players to play this week? Mississippi State's lost 7 in the last 2 weeks. Kylan Hill's status is still somewhat mysterious based on tweets and then deleted tweets and reports and all of that. Obviously Alabama's going to win this game. Do you touch this number, or is this I kind of have the feeling like this is one of those weird Leach games where it's a lot closer than people expect for no apparent reason. There's no reason to think it would be, but I just kind of have a feeling that it might be.
Well, the number is enormous too. It's a big number. Let's go back. Week 1, KJ Costello is going to win the Heisman. This is the darling of the SEC. Alabama's in deep doo-doo trying to slow down the spread. Yikes. Now they lost a bunch of players. They've lost a bunch of games. I don't know what to do with this line. Alabama can basically pick a number. Jalen Waddle's loss is enormous. That's a big loss. But I don't think it's a big loss here. And Alabama still's got 2-3 really explosive receivers that are going to get run wild. And I'll say this. They still do some things that, if they execute well, give Alabama issues. Secondary, Alabama's people playing better, but the secondary is not thick. And I still think that, this style of play is not conducive to Alabama this year. The problem is I don't know if they're going to be any good at executing this style of play, right? That's been the rub. So I'm kind of with you, I guess. I tempted, if I'm going to do something, I'd probably take the points, but I don't feel particularly good about it. I think it's get ugly.
What do you like? What's the matchup that's jumping out to you?
I like West Virginia versus Kansas State. Any time that a ranked team like Kansas State is getting points has always kind of jumped out. And I think that team, I don't want to use the term overrated because I feel like they're properly rated. They've played their way into this. But West Virginia last week kind of fumbled away the game. I really like what they have on offense. It's a good balanced team. Playing at home, it's just a matchup that immediately, jumped off the page. I think West Virginia at home certainly makes a lot of sense. I'm reluctantly going to back Iowa versus Northwestern. I think anybody who watched this last week, Northwestern was really good, albeit maybe one of the worst teams in college football based off 60 minutes of play. That's a bizarre game. It's always a bizarre matchup. Trust me, I've seen it. They produce weird results. The fact that it's Halloween, frankly, perfect. But I like Iowa to bounce back. I think Iowa's going to be fine. That first result was really disappointing. It's been a weird year for Iowa. Not a good weird. I think they bounce back against Northwestern.
It is it's a weird year for a lot of teams, and I think is Michigan State just that bad?
Yes.
Is that they're just that bad? That was one of the picks last week. I liked Rutgers, but not to that degree.
Yeah. You think about it too. They're paying Mel Tucker $5 million a year. That was a desperate hire, and I'm not going to rip on Mel Tucker. I actually think he's a decent coach. But think of what led to that, and think of it now. And I think that could be really ugly. Look, Michigan State's success, like they fell, they had Connor Cook, they had, Shalik Calhoun, they had some really like historically great players that were like historically great for that program, and they hit. And Antonio, whether you liked it or not, was whether you liked him or not, because he was certainly not the world's warmest human being, and kind of exited through a spoof bomb and just departed. Right, that program. Right, I think that program's in some trouble a lot. They're not recruiting. They haven't necessarily been recruiting, and that's always been the rub. You see this point spread around 24.5. Last time I checked, 24.5. That speaks volume. And I also think it does say a little bit about Michigan, too. I liked what I saw from them. I thought Milton, that quarterback, was really impressive. They've got some really fun running backs. This could be Michigan's most enjoyable team they've had under Harbaugh, sure. So I think it does speak volumes to that. But I think Michigan State here is sadly in a place you don't want to be if you're a college football team. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
I've talked myself into going with Rutgers for 2 weeks in a row here, but that's just where we are right now. I mean, it seems as though Schiano is back to where his ancestral ground, where he is at his most dangerous, and in Indiana coming off of that insane ending to just one of the most incredible endings to a game you'll ever see. The closest, the closest call in history where, it's literally the game. It's a 1-point game. So either way, you either win or lose on one replay that is very, very, that was incredible.
I still don't have a good answer on that replay, by the way. I don't. I really don't. Every angle I've seen gives me different vibes. I don't know why.
I'm glad they didn't overturn it. I'm glad they didn't overturn it because for that reason. I know some people are like, "Well, it was pretty obvious to me." It wasn't obvious to me. It was really, really close.
No, it was not obvious to me either. I kind of like Indiana this week. I think Indiana's good. And it's sort of a double hangover. I mean, Rutgers just won a game for the first time, a Big Ten game, first time in a couple of years. So it's an odd double hangover. Superfecta here that we have going on, and but I think Indiana's legit. I do, you do worry what this week has looked like for them because that is a massive win for that program. But I thought it was a great game defensively. This is not the same Penn State team. Injuries, draft losses, etc. I just think Michigan State might be that bad. Frankly, I think Michigan State might be that bad, which is probably why I'm more inclined to play Indiana here.
Well, that's where you and I will every now and then we have to disagree on one. I'm taking Rutgers here, and I think I don't know.
You got the first one. You liked Miami against Florida State. We had some disagreement there, and then Florida State lost by roughly 480 points. So
Florida State, what an up and down, mostly down. Okay, one up and then about 50 downs.
Yeah, I involved myself in that game last week. That was not involvement I liked. Let me just say that. So,
no.
We'll go our separate ways. It's fine.
That's okay. These things happen.
Chicken or not.
Hey, listen, I'm nervous because anytime I deviate from you and your record is what it is, it's hard for me to. That makes me a little nervous because you're cooking. You're cooking right now. So folks, check out Adam. Speaking of cooking, real fast. Are you guys? You got anything going for Halloween? What's your Halloween plan? And since we talked about you and the kids, it's going to be a weird one right now.
Well, yeah, we're trying to figure out what the setup's going to be. They're talking about the whole, put candy in a tube thing. Put it in baggies. So I've got to do some homework in the year of 2020 to figure out what we're going to do. But otherwise, it's supposed to be really nice weather here. Last year on Halloween we got 4 inches of snow, which was just bizarre. This year it's supposed to be close to 60. So we'll be out. Look, in non-COVID year, and even this, I love Halloween. Right? I get out my wagon, I put in my 2 4-packs of IPAs of solid alcohol content in those IPAs, and I wheel that around, and a few kids here or there around the neighborhood, right? So it's not a I have my eye on college football, I have my eye on UFC as well, but we'll have a good time, I'm sure, doing whatever it is, however we do it.
Well, I wish you guys a lot of fun, get a lot of good candy, and hopefully we got a few treats on the field as well for us when we all check our accounts over the weekend. So have a good one, buddy, and we'll chat again soon.
All right, guys. Take care.
He is Adam Kramer. He's the best. Really love what Kramer brings to the table every single Friday on the program. Now, I also love what Sane is going to bring to the table next because we haven't checked in the last week or so in the Facebook world, and I always like to see. I don't ever want to go there. I don't like it. I don't want to go there. I'm not going to just sully myself with doing it. But
I'll do
you
that
do,
for you
and
guys.
I appreciate you doing that for me. And I can't wait to see what you've uncovered. We'll find out next. Sports 56 Mornings.
Sports Time with Wallow and Stats. Weekdays from 3 to 6 on Sports 56, 98.5 FM, and 96.1 FM.
You get to choose at Gossett Kia on the Pike. Right now, take your pick from 2021 Kia Forte or 2020 Kia Soul. $149 a month lease, 36 months. Plus the all-new 2021 Kia K5 with more passenger cargo headroom and legroom volume than Toyota Camry. Plus a warranty that blows Toyota away with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Now $189 a month lease, 36 months. And get 2020 K900, $10,000 off MSRP. So get your Kia on at Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike or shop 24/7 KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J and he'll put you in a new Kia today.
Leases $31.49 due at signing. 0 security deposit excludes ACQ fee $10,000 per year. 20 cents excess mileage. $6.50 acquisition fee. Forte ME $275,992 MSRP $20,510. Sold L706 $3372 MSRP $21,885. K5 MG 003,199 MSRP $25,725. K900 MSRP $65,610. L60 $26,907. L60 $21,220. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF $695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/1/2020. Dealer stock only. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Hey, we understand. With everything that's happening, with all the new regulations, maybe you're not ready to come and hang out at Sweetgrass to catch a ball game. We want you to, we really do. And we're open for you to do just that. But we're also offering the next best thing, the new Sweetgrass Tailgate Party Packs. Whether it's wings, house-made dips, sliders, or other Sweetgrass tasty treats, all you have to do is call us or go to sweetgrassmemphis.com to order just what you're dreaming of when you're dreaming of watching sports and enjoying some sweet, sweet Sweetgrass.
Hey, frequent heartburn may keep you from running your A game, but it doesn't have to anymore. Join the Prilosec OTC 2-week challenge. Just go to prilosecotc.com. You'll get $3 off to get you started, plus 14 days of tips, tricks, and reminders. Just 2 weeks, zero heartburn. Go to prilosecotc.com and sign up today. Zero heartburn is possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
All 75 months at 2.99, Mirage LHO 10129, G4 LHF 07863, Eclipse LZO 15893, includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/1/2020 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
How about a brand new ride that gets 43 mpg highway, seats 5, plus costs less than $4 a day? We Gossett at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage, buy for $11,100 or $99 a month. 2020 G4, 41 mpg highway, $139 a month, or buy for $12,435. And 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, $19,107 or $229 a month. Plus confidence today, tomorrow, and long into the future with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage, $99 a month. Mirage G4, $139 a month. And Eclipse Cross, $229 a month. Get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join us every Saturday morning on Sports 56 WHBQ from 8 to 10 a.m. and 96.1 FM and the new FM 98.5. We'll be covering the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, college football, college basketball, college baseball. We'll look into recruiting. We'll have guests from around the country with the latest news, the most knowledgeable people out there, the coaches, the players, the people who play the games. Don't forget to join us on the sidelines. Sports 56, 96.1, and the new FM 98.5.
Sports 56 traffic.
Have an accident on Harbor Avenue near Port Street. That's Harbor Avenue near Port Street. Also have an injury crash on Holmes Road west of Hickory Hill Road. We have several new crashes coming in. Crash on Ridgeway Road at Knight Arnold. Have a crash on Graham Street at Summer. Have an injury crash on Neely Road at Holmes Road. Crash on Poplar Avenue west of Goodless Street at Galloway Drive. Crash on White Station Road north of Poplar Avenue. And also we have a crash on Riverdale Road at Winchester Road. And that's your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Now, I have a story that I'd like to tell about this guy. You all know me as me scared as hell. He comes to me at night after I crawl into bed. He's burnt up like a weenie and his name is Fred.
Yeah, we got a little breaking news this morning in the NBA world. Woj says Mike D'Antoni and Ime Udoka are finalizing deals to become assistant coaches under Steve Nash. D'Antoni and Nash reunited.
There it is.
Run it back.
So in other words, D'Antoni's going to be
instead of coach point guard, it's going to be coach and assistant coach.
Yeah. So now it's going to be.
He's going to be some kind of executive assistant, though. He's going to be like the
he's going to be the coach of the team.
He's going to be the coach of the team.
Yeah,
basically.
Steve Nash don't know what he's doing. That's why he got Mike D'Antoni to be his assistant coach. But yeah,
7 seconds or less makes
that's something. I mean, they should be that they got every as long as KD's healthy,
bro,
and Kyrie doesn't completely lose his mind.
The Nets more than likely are going to be the best team in the East. They're probably going to be very good because we're forgetting
I don't know
guys
about
like
the best team in the East, but they're going to be.
Yeah, if KD's healthy and Kyrie's good, they're going to be good. Plus, we're acting like
they're going to be real good.
Spencer Dinwiddie's still there; he's good. You got Karis LeVert; he's still there. And if they trade those guys, one or two of those guys for another guy,
Jared Allen.
Yeah, Jared Allen, and that's going to be good, man. But count me in as guys who could also see them not living up to expectations as well, because I can see the Blunder twins, KD and Kyrie, the two of the weirdest dudes in the NBA, totally not getting along on the court, even though they're weirdo friends in real life. I can see total. I
can't see Kyrie getting along with anybody. Just I don't know. It feels
Man, I
to me
can
like
see absolute dysfunction going on in that team.
Yeah,
Spencer Dinwiddie's super weird. Karis LeVert doesn't seem like he seems like too much. He's as far as it's not skill wise, but he's mega Dylan Brooks as far as who he thinks he is in his head. And I think that might not be a good fit with him being a role player on that team, as opposed to being a guy who's fighting to be an alpha before those guys got there. So I can see a lot of problems with the Nets, or I can see it working perfectly. But I don't think it's going to be anything in between. I think it's going to be either really good or a colossal failure.
Do you think they have reached out to Sean Marion for an assistant coach?
Oh, that would be nice.
Amari Stoudemire. What's
Joe Johnson? What's Joe Johnson doing these days? Come on, man.
Yeah,
big three.
Let's get all of them back
Come on,
out
man.
there. Let's make this happen. I mean,
go get the Blur.
Boris D out. Let's get him and Udoka. He might can make that happen with his old Spurs days.
Go pick up
you've
the
got
Brazilian
Blur.
Blur.
There, so I mean,
there's
that connection.
Hey, that dude still looks young though.
Leandro Barbosa.
Yeah,
he does. Yeah, he does.
Dude, like he got there and go right now. But yeah,
he absolutely does. All right, so you've plowed through this Facebook nonsense. Anthony saying, give me the views from the Grizz Facebook.
Sometimes I feel like it's just
a continuing segment we like to bring in on the show here. We need
to try to do this
to
at
figure
least.
out
We need to make
music.
this weekly. We need to make this a weekly thing.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be weekly, but we need some music
going.
for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
What kind of music should we have? What's wacky Facebook?
I don't know.
Dumbass music. What's
I don't know, man. We'll figure that out between now and next week. You want to make this a Friday thing? Every Friday? Yeah, let's make this a Friday thing. But yeah,
let's make it a Thursday thing.
All right, whatever day works for you guys.
Let's plan. Let's do our show playing on the air.
Right, yeah, why not?
That's the way. That's the best. The best
way to do it live in front of everybody. Let's get the listeners' opinion. Text in to see. Let us know what.
So what do we got? What do we got here?
Just kind of wrap this up. Let me kind of set this up for everyone because it kind of needs a little introduction. As we all know, there are certain players that Grizzly fans, it's like a reoccurring theme of guys where whenever they're available, like Grizzly fans feel like we have to get that guy. It's like no matter how old he is or how close he is to retiring, it's just a list of guys. And I'll give you who I think are the top 4 all time. Like no matter what happens, like when that guy's available, the Grizzlies need to go get him. It's actually 5, but I'm going to tell you 4. Gerald Green is one of those guys. Like, just an odd conundrum, like, odd situation. Whenever Gerald Green's available, the Grizzlies, oh, man, we should have went and got Gerald Green. Oh, man, why don't we go get Gerald Green? Lou Williams, that's another one. Grizzly fans love Lou. Facebook Grizzly fans. This is all Facebook Grizzlies. Let me preface that. It's not all Grizz fans. Lou Williams is another one. Monte Ellis was a huge one.
Oh, man.
Monte Ellis was a huge Grizzlies.
Constant.
Yeah, had to
Constant.
Got to get Monte Ellis.
From Jackson, come on.
The ageless street baller Jamal Crawford is another one that the Facebook Grizzly fans feel like we always have to get on our team. And the last one I think might be the ultra mega lord of Grizzlies Facebook guys that we got to get. I thought that this one might have died, but I see today that he is a free agent target that the Grizzlies definitely should take a look at. This person is Boogie Cousins. I don't protect the innocent when I do these type of things. Gentleman by the name of Star Major, who's a reoccurring candidate for these posts. You'll probably see his name often. My man Star Major says, I really do feel we should sign Boogie Cousins in the offseason. And, of course, this was co-signed by other people who said, we should. It's not going to cost us. And then let me show you I'm healthy so he can ball out mode. Facts, and he adds front court depth. It would be a great pickup. All would actually cost more than invest minimum to get him, but it wouldn't require a max deal either. We wouldn't have to pay the max for Boogie. We probably, yeah. Hopefully we could get him and we have to pay the max. That's what a commenter said. Then, people came in with some reason. They said, hey, he's chasing a ring. He's not going to sign here. Or he's looking to go to a contender, or he's looking to be here's my logic looking at this whole situation. You have Jonas Valanciunas as your starting center, and currently Jaren Jackson Jr. gets most of your backup center minutes. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Jaren Jackson Jr. gets most of your backup center minutes. You ultimately will hope that Jaren defensively evolves to your starting center, even though he'll never probably play a center's position offensively on the court. We talk about him being a power guard. Talk about that all the time. So help me understand the logic of taking Jaren's backup center minutes away and giving those to Boogie Cousins, who's trying to get himself back into the league. And then the guy's like, well, it'd be good for like I said, that hurts the development of guys like Jaren and BC as well, because who wants to see a lineup where Cousins is on the court, but either Jaren or BC aren't on the court? So why would I want that to happen? And he's like, how's that? No, that's not hurting the development because Cousins can help with the development. So I'm like, good luck thinking that dude gives a damn about Jaren Jackson Jr. or Brandon Clark's development. Like, bro, what are we talking about, bro? Like, it's just I was like, yeah, we got to stop playing the video games so much. And we got to stop living in these time warps. This isn't 2013. This isn't 2016. I would have loved to have seen Boogie Cousins in Memphis a while ago, but in this particular situation with the Grizzlies, it makes absolutely zero sense. He wouldn't want to be here. He's not going to come here.
I will tell you. I remember to give you an example. And I'm a certified. I mean, back in the day, I loved Boogie Cousins. I thought he got a raw deal. He's an unbelievable talent. Yeah. I mean, in terms of just pure skill talent level, oh my God, he's incredible. But I remember when during the brief stint when Tony Allen was a New Orleans Pelican.
Mm-hmm.
I went into the Pelicans locker room when he came back to play the Grizzlies that first time, and I was talking to him for a little bit, and he was just discussing this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like official, just chatting.
Right.
And he said something about, and Boogie Cousins was in the locker room, and he said something about, he mentioned like this guy over here, and kind of like made a reference to Boogie. He was talking about, the team and coming together and like, all that. He'd been injured and, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was like I said, just a real like nothing, just a normal basketball conversation. It wasn't like any secret. We're just talking, like nothing big. And Boogie looks over at Tony and is like, "Get my name out of your mouth." It says like dead serious, like I'm not playing. Like don't what do you say about me? Like don't talk about me. And like dead serious, and then walks away.
As if TA will beat his ass.
As if like he was, as if Tony, he was saying nothing like remotely. It wasn't anything at all. It was just a reference to him, like we're like I'm learning to play with this guy, like.
Yeah,
it was just that's it. Like it wasn't. It was totally
talk. Like I'm just learning
innocuous. Like it was nothing. Yeah, it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like this guy's a piece of no. It wasn't even about him.
Not even trying to clown him or nothing. Just naming him as one of the guys on the team.
Yeah, exactly. And he was so like keyed in on it, and as soon as like he just like no. I tell that story to say no. That's not a guy that you you want to be a builder of young talent.
Jaren and BC.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
not the example you want, man, at all.
Now, if I'm playing a video game, give me DeMarcus Cousins because I might start him a few games, whatever. But in the real world, no, I don't want DeMarcus Cousins on my team. Even if he wasn't an idiot, I don't want him on my team because I don't want him taking minutes away from Jaren and BC. Like in the bubble, I was going crazy when I was seeing Anthony Tolliver playing. Like, man, I think we could get over very well playing three bigs. Play JV, play Jaren, play BC, and just rotate those three out. Here's your three bigs. I don't think we need five bigs on our roster. Like I don't get that at all. But we got to get over these guys who we just are determined to make Grizzlies. But I'm gonna let you know some news before it happens. Get ready for 37-year-old Jimmy Butler to be on everybody's wish list. Just get ready for that in about I don't know how old Jimmy is now. Yeah. Just get ready for in about 7-8 more years for Jimmy Butler. Man, Jimmy Butler, no, man.
No. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. That's their top five. That's your all-time weird, destined to be a Grizzly one day. Just Gerald Green, Lou Williams, Monte, Boogie Cousins, and Jamal Crawford.
I feel like there's also an inevitable pull that a lot of people want James Johnson to be back on the Grizzlies at some point. I feel like that's another guy.
When we made that trade through the season, like people were like, oh man, bring that man back. Oh, but the Dion Waiters one. There's a dude that like to this day. There's a dude to this day, bro.
You mean Champ? You mean Champ Cheese?
Champ Waiters. There's a guy to this day who stomps that we should have kept Dion Waiters. Like if we'd have had Dion Waiters, we'd have made a deep run in the playoffs.
That was never going to happen.
Like, bro, I don't think we understand. Like, bro, like these people are real people.
Ever.
Like, this isn't like a virtual simulator. Like these are real guys. Like you got to have Dion Waiters in your locker room. That's who you thought.
Yes. Yeah. Under no circumstances was that ever.
With a bunch of kids. Yeah, that's what we need. Yeah, let's get that guy.
Never. Never part of the deal. Never, ever.
Oh man.
Never going to happen. Not in a million years. That was not going to happen. Right there. So, thank you for wading into those waters so that I don't have to. I appreciate that because I don't ever want to go in. So.
Oh, it gets good, man. Because I like to engage the guys. I like to kind of see what their method of thinking.
Hey, you like to stir it up.
He's like, man, no, bro. I don't want Jaren sitting on the bench while Cousins is doing work.
No,
like he's man. 2020 Cousins, man. No, I don't need him to be 2020 Cousins. Go do that in Charlotte or something, man. Like we're good. Like we're building for the future. We don't need Boogie to try to earn a contract here in Memphis. Like get out of here.
It's hilarious. It is hilarious.
Yep. That's it. We'll talk about college football when we come back, including Tigers in Cincinnati. Also some off the field news as well as COVID strikes again. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96, 198.5.
Memphis Tiger fans, catch the Blue and Gray Show with John Stacey and Drew Barrett, Sunday nights from 5 till 7, right here on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
Family Leisure's done it again. We're talking about the world's biggest spa sale. Up to 30% off on spas and swim spas. Choose from hundreds of different spas from multiple manufacturers. There is special financing available, and if you are in the market, special pricing now as summer starts to dwindle on chemicals and accessories. Always professional delivery available. The spas are going crazy at Family Leisure, I-40 and Whidden Road.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? If you're looking for new headlights and wipers, we recommend replacing in pairs. That way you'll have better visibility, especially with the weather changing. And there's no better time to do the job than during our first ever visibility event, October 25th to November 1st, where AutoZone Rewards members can get a $25 bonus reward when they buy 2 select Sylvania headlights and 2 Rain-X wiper blades. Restrictions apply. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Buy your next car or truck at Streamline Auto Smart. Your next smart decision. All credit welcome. Drive off in your new low-mileage pre-owned car or truck. From low-end cars to the most luxurious sports car. Ask about the 48-hour vehicle locator. Let Streamline Auto Smart do the looking for you. Close your deal within 1 hour. No waiting. It's quick and easy at Streamline Auto Smart. Your next smart decision. 2558 Mount Moriah. Call Streamline Auto Smart 901-235-8845. Your next smart decision.
It's back. The Carhartt Crazy Sale at Frontier Western Store in Olive Branch. Visit Frontier this month for huge markdowns on clearance Carhartt items. The latest fall line just launched, and Frontier is fully stocked. We've got jeans, shirts, bib overalls, jackets, coats, gloves, belts, boots, and more. And to make room for the new items, we've discounted a number of short sleeve plaids and t-shirts. Save up to 50%. All Carhartt jeans are now $5 off. This is the last jean sale of the year, so stock up now for yourself or someone else for the upcoming holidays. Christmas will be here before you know it, so you might as well save some cash now on what you know you'll need. All this month, we are including a buy one, get one half-price sale on all novelty t-shirts by Simply Southern, Girly Girl, Live Oak, and more. It's the Carhartt Crazy Sale and more. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch. On the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1967.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor.
Half man, half motorcycle.
To find your balance, keep riding. And if you stop, put your feet down so you don't fall. Progressive Motorcycle also presents Roadside Assistance. Progressive Motorcycle for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Fiveash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I'm just an average man with an average life. I work from 9 to 5. Hey, hell, I pay the price. All I want is to be left alone in my average home. But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone? And I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. I always feel like somebody's watching me.
See, I can't do it. I really want to sing this song.
I know, bro. Sucks.
Trick or treat. everybody. Happy Halloween. Rockwell. It's a shame he didn't have a bigger career.
Yeah.
Don't know what kept him out. Tigers, Cincinnati. Anthony Sane. You have a good feeling about this?
No. My thoughts haven't changed at all. I think Cincinnati is going to
just
going to do their thing against us.
Just peeing into the
Hey, I love to be wrong, man. Hey, I love to be wrong. Cincinnati just looks like the better team right now. And that's fine.
Is it? I don't know. I mean, I think the Tigers need to, this is a winnable game.
Man, we're still talking about a first-year head coach, man. We can't expect the Tigers to
constantly. It's a good team, though. I mean, this is a talented team.
But
I know
can be a good
the
team
coaching situation, all that stuff. But
they can be. Yeah, they've had Gainwell, all that stuff, man. I think that they can be a good team and still not be a conference championship level team. But they can still think the Tigers can have a great season in spite of losing the teams that are better than them. I mean, I think Silverfield just needs to have a good season and not particularly a great season because I don't. He's had a rough going. This COVID-19 environment. He's losing guys left and right. Lost his best receiver. Lost his best tailback. Times are changing out here. So
it is going to be it's going to be interesting to see the way that the Tigers approach this one. Desmond Ridder is going to be a challenge. He was really good last year. I mean, you don't have to think back to last year's title game and know how dangerous he can be. And he looked excellent last week. He's been really good this year. The way that team defends, the physicality that they bring to the table, the Tigers have got to. I mean, this is one of those like the old cliches, but it really applies. I think the Tigers have got to play 4 quarters together. Mm-hmm. We've seen them play a good half here.
Coming from behind
the SMU game,
can't get behind.
They got a terrible first half and then played much better in the second half. Temple last week, they just kind of messed around in the first half, got much better in the second half. They had their moments against UCF where they sort of dropped the ball a little bit. If you're going to beat Cincinnati, you're going to have to play 60 minutes of consistent football. You can't just kind of have a couple drives where you make through a few bad throws or you fumble the ball or you that's not going to work. Cincinnati's not so dynamic that you need to worry about putting up 50 points. I mean, that'd be good, but if you have to punt the ball away here and there, no big deal. Just don't turn it over. Just don't turn it over. Don't give them short fields. Don't give them those opportunities. And that's going to be the key. Can they put together a more significant and lengthier stretch of gameplay where they don't mess up? That's going to be the key. It's a great group though. I mean, it's a really talented group of skill position guys, and they lost a bunch of dudes from last year. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Memphis, but Drake Clark, Kylan Watkins in the backfield, Calvin Austin, Javon Ivory, Washington. They're going to have to all play well, and this is it's a big one. T.J. Carter, still a question as to whether or not he's going to be able to go. So he's a very useful and needed player to bolster that defense. We'll see what happens with him, but that'll be an early kickoff. And yes, they're going to find a place to do a walkthrough today.
Yeah, let's hope they can make that happen.
Maybe in a parking lot. Maybe in the back alley of a hotel.
I need some positive thoughts going my way too, man. Last week I wasn't able to stream the game on my bootleg. I don't know what was going on, man. I used to have all the ESPN Plus streams used to come through, but like all of a sudden, like none of them work anymore, and I felt helpless last week.
So you pay for this,
and I pay for it.
That's crazy.
I felt helpless. I couldn't even watch.
Did you call customer service?
They do have a customer service too. like on my son, they got a customer service. For real. Hey, I'm gonna tell you how fancy they are. You can listen. I'm gonna tell you how fancy they are. They even got the text service. Like I can text them, and I ain't even gotta get on the phone. I can chat back and forth texting with a live rep from their company.
The live rep from.
But all they do is
bootleg, bootleg company.
All those companies do is like they just pay like contractors. It's like a generic customer service company. It just offers
Yeah.
You just send them all the materials they need, and they just do customer service for you. Like
it's a new level of
service welcome to
for
2020,
for
man.
their customers.
And you can hear babies in the background, other TV. Like, man, you at the house? Like, this is way before COVID. Like, you could hear like all kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We doing life wrong, man. I should have came up with that idea a long time ago. Let me just be a customer service rep for some company.
That's right. I wish you luck in getting your bootleg streams working.
Yeah, man, that ain't right, man. Like I couldn't watch the Tiger game last week. Hurt my feelings. Hurt my heart.
I never had that problem, Saying I can tell you that.
So I should have got with you, man. Then I told you I couldn't watch it. You didn't say, "Hey, we're saying I got you, man." You a low down dude, man. You didn't say, "Oh,
I wasn't anywhere near. I wasn't anywhere near that last week where I can help you. Unfortunately, I could not help you.
All right, I got you.
If I'd been back, I wasn't at my house.
I got you, bro.
I know it's weird, right?
Yeah, I know. Where were you? Where were you at, man?
I can't speak to where I was, but I was not.
What you mean? Hey, your wife knew.
I was outside. I can tell you I was outside.
Oh, okay. Your wife knew where you were.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you saying you can't speak on where you were. All right. Bet.
No. I'm just keeping it low key. But no, everyone knew this was not some kind of a secret rendezvous or anything. But it wasn't where I could help you. The point being, I could not reach my equipment to be able to help you. So
all right.
if I could send you a link next time.
Is it a secret like my rendezvous going on tomorrow?
No. Yours is a whole different deal, man. You know I don't do any of that.
Oh, I'm gonna be in the mix. Me and Gabe in the mix.
I know
baby.
you are. I know. I wish you. I hope next week or the week after.
Baby, be there confident, Carolyn. Yeah, I might take a little 2-week quarantine.
I'll be praying for you. Do that. Hour number three on the way in the Family Leisure Studios. We're going to talk to our friend Kari Thompson about preps. Another big week. The prep season almost over. I mean, this is it's such a weird year. Big facility opening up in Arlington. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of the other recruiting decisions that are going on. Very busy time for Kari. We'll discuss all of that next. Hour number 3, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1 and 98.5.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levee Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking, no telephone pole to get in your way, a cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Looking for some action on your favorite games? Action247.com is at your service. Action 24/7 free-to-play games are brought to you by Tennesseans for Tennesseans. Come play with us online at Action247.com. Our free-to-play games are fun and easy. Go to Action247.com and click Let's Play. And best of all, you can win cash prizes. That's right, cash prizes. Free to play online at Action247.com. You got action.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor.
Half man, half motorcycle.
To find your balance, keep riding. And if you stop, put your feet down
So you don't fall.
Progressive Motorcycle also presents Roadside Assistance. Progressive Motorcycle, for those who were born to ride.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hey everybody, I'm out here at Olive Branch looking at all these new Silverados at All Star Chevrolet. And guess what? It's Trucktober. And nobody has more new Silverado trucks than right here at All Star Chevrolet. And I'm seeing them right now. Look at this. You can get the Trucktober thousands in cash off price. Up to $5,000 in cash back. Holidays are coming. In fact, they're already here. All Star Chevy has all these new 2020 Chevy SUVs and trucks with cash back deals in the thousands. New 3-row Traverse, new Equinox, Impala, or Malibu all come with thousands in Chevy cash back for you. Remember, it's not Mount Moriah, not Covington Pike, not Collierville or South Haven. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. And the certified pre-owned lot is full. Impalas, Malibus, Tahoes, and Suburbans. And everyone at All-Star Chevy has one job, just one job, to make sure you have more fun, get the best deal, and in record time. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy on Kraft Goodman Road or online at allstarautogroup.com. Beat any dealer's ad price any day at All-Star Chevrolet. Best financing for everyone.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
Injury crash on Holmes Road west of Hickory Hill Road. Crash on Ridgeway Road at Knight Arnold. Crash on Graham Street at Summer Avenue. Injury crash on Neely Road at Holmes Road. Crash on Poplar Avenue west of Goodlet at Galloway Drive. Crash on White Station Road north of Poplar Avenue. Crash on Riverdale Road at Winchester. And crash on Summer Avenue near Sycamore View. And that is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
This year Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys are trick-or-treating, robbing little kids for bags. Till little man got behind our rags.
Hey Peter, so we joked with Zach about how we hope that he gets excited about wrecks and stuff, right? When he mentioned something on Riverdale, I know we got Kari Thompson coming up very soon, so let me go ahead and get this out the way. I was at the barbershop yesterday, and there's a guy who's there every time I'm there, and he claims to be one of the OGs in underground street racing in Memphis, like some real Fast and the Furious type stuff. It goes on, literally goes on every Friday officially. They got like their official thing they do every Friday, right? And he's at this disclosed location, and he's hipped me to where it's at. So he's kind of giving me the information if I ever want to go check it out. I said, yeah, I'm 100% going to it. But he told me about these guys that are like reckless guys who you might see just shooting down the street, racing in the middle of traffic. He's like, man, don't confuse those guys with us, man. It ain't them guys, some young dudes, man. Like he'll tell you, like, don't mix what we do in with what those guys do. Like he'll say that. And he said, don't be surprised if Riverdale gets shut down on Friday evenings. I'm like, what do you mean shut down Riverdale? He said, I'm being for real. Like, don't be surprised if the police like take over Riverdale and make it one-way traffic, where it's one lane going one way, one lane going another way. He said it's really getting that bad with people racing in the street. I was like, crap. Because I know there's been a lot of people talking about, man, these people crazy. Somebody gonna die. Like I see it all the time on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. People talking about people racing in the street. But dude was like, man, I'm telling you, man, this dude disrespect the game, man. Make the game look bad. But he was like, yeah, like don't be surprised if they started shutting down Riverdale on Friday. I was like, good God, like
so he's saying there are certain places in certain situations where it's okay to go 100.
No, there are places that are off road. There are places like it's in the city, like it's not out in the dirt somewhere. But there are places where it might be a nice strip of road where they go. The police kind of know what they do, and they just kind of stay out the way. Like it's not in traffic. Like it's only them in the strip.
It's not in traffic.
Yeah,
right,
they're
okay.
not driving through the streets of Memphis. Yeah. So. He said that's the real deal. He said you might make. He said races might start anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 a race, $10,000, that type of stuff. I was like, for real? But yeah, then he was like, yeah, man, them boys gonna get Riverdale shut down, man. I'm trying to tell you. It's like, for real?
I saw him down Sam Cooper, man, one day. It was insane. I had to be doing 110, 120.
Yeah.
It was way faster. I was going like 70 or 80. I
blew past
a little bit, and they went. I mean, it was insane how fast they were going. Not good. Zach kind of stuff right there. I bet Zach is into that. I bet secretly somehow Zach's into that.
No,
he probably thinks it's a sin to. He
takes Big Bertha. He takes Big Bertha out there and gets her up past 70.
Yeah,
I don't know if Big Bertha can go 70. I've seen Big Bertha. I'm not sure she can go 70. I don't know.
I'm a cruise type of guy.
Zach, you think speeding is sin?
No.
Oh, so not obeying like the nature. I mean,
like obeying,
laws,
obeying the laws. Like you have to obey the laws. But if you want to speed, go ahead and speed, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Why not?
Take that risk.
I got you.
But you're saying that's okay.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying that's your choice. That is your choice.
It's your choice to sin.
But is it sinful to?
You're saying it's okay to sin as long as it's your choice.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
it sounds like that's what you're saying.
I'm saying you should obey the laws. But if you
according to who? According to who said that?
What if the laws are stupid?
You got to obey them, man. Like I don't know what to tell you.
What if the speed limit's like 20? And like in some of these speed limits are ridiculous. I've seen some areas where it's Germantown. I'm talking to you. Speed limit like 35 on Germantown Parkway. When you get into Germantown, like, come on,
come on, man.
You can't. It's a 6-lane road, and you're going 35. Like, what are we doing here? And if you go 38, forget about it. They're going to pull you over. So, no. Well, our good friend Kari Thompson joins us. It's a chilly day, by the way. It's going to be a high right around 55 tonight. It'll be maybe in the 30s for Kari. So he's going to be standing there in the end zone. Hope you got the jacket and all that stuff, Kari, because it's going to be a chilly night for you.
I know you're Southern, Peter, man. I hope you got the jacket for 55.
Come on, man. This is cold. I walked outside this morning. It was cold. I was like, oh, wait a second. Uh-oh. I forget you're a Boston guy. This is nothing for you.
Nah, I was talking with Zach before the break. I was like, I used to think Southerners were crazy for having the heat on at like 45 degrees, but I was like, this morning made me get it. I think I got used to the climate here now.
You understand? Yeah, you know what it's like now. So where are you going to be tonight?
I'm going to be at Bartlett. Got a.
I'm surprised you're not at Houston. I figured you'd be at Houston somehow.
I know, man. Somehow I've gotten away from Wolf River Boulevard this weekend because we have a region championship game, guys. Garland is playing Collierville for the 7-6A region title tonight.
Dragons and Panthers, who you got?
I got Bartlett. Take Bartlett. The defense is really good, man. Their secondary is really good. They've got Robert Giammo, who is, I believe, second to Dallin Hayden in rushing touchdowns, so they've got a good back. Just a really solid all-around team, and they're at home. So I'm giving the Panthers the home field boost, especially because they're playing with that on that new turf over there at Bartlett. Have you been over to Bartlett recently, Peter? They're doing like so much construction, like crazy. They have a new gym coming. They've been doing football stuff.
Yeah, been doing it for a while too.
I've heard. I've not been over there to see it. I've heard about them. It's nice.
$4 million of that, man. It's gonna be nice. Yeah. I haven't seen pictures of the gym on Twitter. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, my daughter used to play volleyball against them when she was at White Station. It was like a war zone last time I went. It looked like they was like literally. Yeah, they've been doing construction. I mean, Sabrina graduated her senior year was last year, so they've been doing construction ever since then.
Yeah, for sure. They've been putting in work on that place, but yeah, hopefully the finished product is going to be good.
Yeah. Kari, you wrote a story about DJ Harden, who was a senior at Christian Brothers University. He's a lineman over there. You said he was born premature, displaced after Katrina, and he's living his life here in Memphis. Tell us more about the DJ Harden story.
Yeah, so DJ Harden's at CBHS, and he's one of the guys that doesn't get a lot of headlines because Dallin Hayden's scoring all the touchdowns. But, DJ's a 3-star with a couple Power 5 offers. He has Tennessee, Indiana, but he's mostly hearing from Eastern Kentucky and UT Martin these days. But, DJ just has an incredible story of how he was born prematurely at, under 5 pounds. He had to have heart monitors and all this equipment to make sure his heart kept beating for the first year and a half of his life. He grew up in New Orleans. So basically, he had a real health struggle basically until he was 2. Then, when he's 2.5, Hurricane Katrina hits and floods his family's house. So he has to move to Memphis. And so basically, the family was planning to go back to Louisiana. They was planning to stay with some family, wait out the storm, that sort of thing. And, his dad got on, Google Earth, a couple days into the storm to see, how bad things were looking in the neighborhood. And he saw the picture on Google Earth. He's like, yo, our house is flooded. We can't go back. So somehow they made a way, and, they made a life here. And DJ started playing sports and making friends, and then he started growing. And now, this kid that was this tiny, tiny baby is 6'4", 315, and one of the best linemen in the area.
It's that's an inspiring story. That's it's sad in some ways, but great in others, and an awesome thing. I love those kinds of stories. I like when you do the profile pieces. Kari, you do a lot of good jobs on those. So
yeah, you're very good, Kari. You're very good at what you do.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's not me. It's DJ, man. I had no idea about any of that stuff. About DJ until I started talking to him. And obviously, if you walk up to a kid who's 17 and 300 pounds, you're not going to assume that he was born prematurely. But that's what reporting is, man. You find out the little details. You talk to people.
Right. You did a story on Jesse Payne, Whitehaven guard last year, I believe. Who where did he end up going? He ended up going to CBU as well. CBU.
Christian, he's at CBU.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I saw Jesse at the platform last weekend, where they had that showcase event for the SCS kids that couldn't play. Saw Jesse out there, man. He's doing good.
Yeah, I've known Jesse since he probably was in 3rd grade, and I knew then that he was going to play college basketball. You could just look at him and tell he was good enough to break through. But yeah, with that being said, though, give us an update on how you feel as far as high school basketball is concerned, that you're actually going to get a chance to play with SCS gearing up to do K-5 and then phasing in other grades later on.
I don't think much has changed. The plan is to go back to school in January. As you know, basketball practice starts Monday, guys. So I'm trying to find a suburban or a private school to go hang out on Monday and go to basketball practice. Mississippi, they already started playing. But as far as SCS goes, I don't believe we're going to see SCS basketball until kids are back in school, and kids will be back in school on January. Now, there's a meeting on Monday for SCS about winter and spring sports. Hopefully we'll know more then. But, as we were talking about last week, it's not looking great. Cases are rising. Obviously, Dr. Ray tweeted out that stat about 83% of, cases among students and faculty being traced back to sports. So it's looking like we're going to have a delayed season at best, if there is one at all.
Yeah, it's something we talked about yesterday. Me and Sane nearly, got at it on the issue. But I think what we've learned about the indoor component of all this, Kari, makes it more challenging. I just can't envision, because we know, and that's what there's plenty of studies out there now that kind of verify that, if you're in an enclosed area without ventilation for multiple hours, even if you are wearing masks, you have a decent chance to get something through your mask. Your mask is not does not 100% protect against this sort of thing. And the longer you're in an enclosed space, the more people are in there. So I see these gyms, and I've seen some AAU stuff and some travel teams already this year doing it, and there are people in gyms that don't seem to be very distanced at all. If you could play it, I'm not even, I just don't think you can have very many fans, if at all, in some of these gyms, Kari, because they're small, they're not well ventilated. It doesn't seem like a good idea to me.
Man, and that's going to hurt the atmosphere because in Memphis we got all these hoop fests. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
absolutely.
What
it's all about. Like the best players in the country come here to play. Like since I've been here 2 years, I've seen a lot of the top college basketball talent just coming in town to Memphis for those hoop fests. And you're right, people are packed in there. But to continue on Sane's question, the kids are kind of split. Some are hoping that they'll start playing in January. Like Jonathan Lawson said, he'll stick around and play at Wooddale if SCS is able to play. He's hoping to find out more information before he decides whether or not to go to Oregon early. Like guys like Tyler Bird, who was a star at Central last year, have given up. Tyler Bird was like, I'm going to Chipped and Rosemark. He transferred and started classes there earlier this month. So, I think you're going to start to see, if you haven't seen them already, a lot of transfers like there was in football. Not everyone's going to be able to go to Pure, but, there are going to be kids turning up at the municipal schools and the private schools. Some are going to be homeschooled. I think definitely with basketball, as there was with football, kids are going to find other ways to play.
Kari, when you're someone who covers, prep sports or whatever, and you've been to high school games where, they've had fans there or whatever. And with that being said, how were masks and things like that being enforced? And I'm sure they probably were a requirement to get into the arenas or get into the stadiums. But did you see that being policed by school officials or whatever once people actually take their seats?
No. I think the big thing is making sure everybody has a mask once they come in, and getting temperature checked once they come in. But, who's going to be going from seat to seat going, is your mask on? Like, I have not seen that at all.
I would do it. If they pay me, I'd do it. So.
Well, maybe you should. I mean, I've gotten into it with, people over some of our photos because we've taken photos of the crowd and, people, pull their mask down, stuff like that. And then, people are like, you're making me look bad, by having these photos up there. I'm like, we literally took pictures of what happened.
Right. It's your decision.
The crowd is part of the game.
I mean, it's not well, I won't say that, but yeah. I've seen worse examples of public gatherings with people without masks on. So
yeah, I mean, honestly, I think people haven't been too bad about it, but you're not going to be able to police like that. I've never seen a high school athletic director, and maybe I'm not paying attention because I'm watching the game, but I've never seen a high school athletic director going, you don't have a mask on, you need to leave my stadium. I haven't seen that.
Well, again, that's where that's why we keep having.
It can get scary,
issues.
man. It can get scary. Yeah.
It's why we keep having these issues, man. It's just, people just don't
won't do right for nothing.
They won't. Yeah, it's just won't. They won't take care of other people. They won't take care of each other, irrespective of what.
It's a privilege that we treat like an entitlement. That's what we're doing.
I mean, again, I don't understand why we, people you wear pants, you wear shorts or pants. You don't walk around in your underwear because people don't want to see it. Is it going to necessarily be dangerous? I don't know. But you just out of politeness, You don't demand. I'm not going to be muzzled. I don't like pants or shorts. I'm going to walk around in my drawers for everybody to see. Like, what? No, that's ridiculous. We've all kind of agreed as a society that's not a good idea. We don't do that for a lot of reasons. So just put a stupid mask on and just keep it on and just be done with it. Like, this is not that hard.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm glad I'm a young dude in this times, because if I was older, I'd be a lot more concerned for my health.
Yeah.
What's tell me about the new facility out in Arlington. It looks like they've got a $4 million facility that they've opened up this week, and an indoor complex and a whole thing. We're starting to get a little bit of an arms race here.
Oh yeah, man! Out of the suburbs, it is real. And Arlington's already not that old of in high school. Like, when was Arlington built? It was built in like 2002, right?
Yeah, it hasn't been 20 years.
Yeah, it's built less than 20 years ago. So they're already re-upping, Peter. They're already reloading. They're
That's
already
right.
putting more money in. You know, like, it's crazy. But, you know, as far as facilities goes, man, I mean, shoot, you know, to me, Collierville got the standard, man. I mean, Collierville out there, they poured so much money into that place. Man, they had an indoor practice facility before Memphis did.
That place is incredible.
Yeah. It's the amount of money, and you look at, again, I mean, God help you, the whole the Middle Tennessee schools and the private schools there are spending. It's.
Hey, did you see Christian Brothers? You see Christian Brothers building a new basketball arena?
No.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be nice. Yeah, they demolished some buildings over there. They're working on a basketball arena, and from the rendering, it's gonna be nice. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Their facility, their whole complex over there is wild. What they built, I mean, it's the arms race is real.
Man.
The
They got
BDC,
the Brothers Development Center, man. I mean, the weight room is beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
That's crazy.
Like,
it is. It really is.
but yeah, man,
Kudos.
it's the arms race. You know, your Colliervilles, your Bartletts, your Arlingtons. You know what I'm saying? You got you got the private schools getting in on stuff with Christian Brothers building what they're building. I mean, it's really impressive for high school sports, man. I didn't have nothing like this when I was a kid.
I know. You sound like an old man already. Oh, I was a kid. We didn't have none of this stuff. It's things have changed very quickly.
13 when I was in high school. You feel me?
Well, Kari, you be safe out there and bundle up. I mean, of course, you being a Boston guy, you should have no problem with what's going on. It should be no big deal tonight whatsoever for you. But just in case, go ahead and bundle up. We look forward to seeing it, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, man. Sounds good. See you guys.
That's Kari. So our man Kari Thompson joining us on the program. This hour of the program brought to you by Acura of Memphis. You can find them online at AcuraMemphis.com, like so many others have. AcuraMemphis.com, that's the spot. You could start your shopping for an automobile because now, as I mentioned, this 2021 TLX is incredible lease rates, incredible purchase rates going right now for brand new, state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line, you name it. It's a fabulous, fabulous automobile. And cool part is you can do all of your stuff virtually. So if you want to do virtual tours, you want to do test drives, you want to talk, you want to talk about the deal, any of that stuff, it can all be done online. In fact, they can deliver it right to your house. Piece of cake. So it's all convenient for you. If you want to come in, great. You can do that too. You want to take that test drive, I encourage you to do that. But whatever it is, whichever way you want to do it, they have got you covered. It's always customer service first from Acura of Memphis. Again, online, AcuraMemphis.com. Go see them at 385 and Ridgeway. Terrific people. Acura of Memphis. As we continue, we'll get into the college football matchups this weekend, a very busy weekend, and a wild Halloween potentially. We'll talk about it when we continue. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on AM 560, 98.5 FM, and 96.1 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Five-Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Good news. Southland Casino is now back open. That's right. The most spacious casino floor in the Mid-South is ready to welcome you back to the action with live blackjack, roulette, craps, and all your favorite slots. The action kicks off every day at 9 a.m. and rolls all the way till 5 o'clock the next morning. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and make the short drive to Southland. We're ready for you. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Family Leisure's done it again. We're talking about the world's biggest spa sale. Up to 30% off on spas and swim spas. Choose from hundreds of different spas from multiple manufacturers. There is special financing available, and if you are in the market, special pricing now as summer starts to dwindle on chemicals and accessories. Always professional delivery available. The spas are going crazy at Family Leisure, I-40 and Whidden Road.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Jeep Adventure Days and Ram Power Days are rocking at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on Covington Pike. And guess who's got #1 ranked brand in initial quality and driver appeal among mass market brands? We Gossett! 2020 Jeep Cherokee Latitude IIHS top safety pick. $21,560 or $275 a month. Or get muscle with 2020 Dodge Challenger XST with best in-class cargo volume. $24,348 or $314 a month. Plus get rammed up in a 2020 Ram 1500 Classic Crew Cab 4x2 week Gossett at $388 a month. Drive past the rest. Come to the best. Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat 1901 Covington Pike. Online GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Ranked by J.D. Powers IQS and appeal studies. All 75 months at 4.11 APR. 3,500 down. Must finance through Chrysler Cherokee. LD 643160. MSRP 28,190. Challenger LHS 214,740. MSRP 31,180. Ram LG 29329. MSRP 37,855. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/1/2020 with approved credit dealer stock only.
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join us every Saturday morning on Sports 56 WHBQ from 8 to 10 a.m. and 96.1 FM and the new FM 98.5. We'll be covering the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, college football, college basketball, college baseball. We'll look into recruiting. We'll have guests from around the country with the latest news, the most knowledgeable people out there, the coaches, the players, the people who play the games. Don't forget to join us on the sidelines. Sports 56, 96.1, and the new FM 98.5.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Yeah, this is awesome right here.
Come on, Tiger defense. It's third down. Bro, I got so tired of hearing this in Tiger games, man. Get on your feet.
I thought, wait, no, that's the other one. That's the first down.
Nah, this the third down music. When we're on defense, this the third
right,
down.
But
this is the
I was thinking of the
worst
first
of this
down.
is third down for what is worse than this?
Third down for what?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, ridiculous. So we have a big weekend of college football here as we continue on Sports 56 mornings, and the biggest news yesterday was that Clemson quarterback and presumptive number 1 pick Trevor Lawrence has got a little case of the
Rona.
Got a little Rona for whatever and however he got it. He got it, and that means, of course, he's out for tomorrow's game against Boston College, a game in which Clemson is 31-point favorite, and that line has not moved an inch, even though Lawrence is not going to play. So that's that tells you kind of what the deal is there.
Yep.
However, the thought it's going to be a much different scenario for next week against Notre Dame, and it's still up in the air as to whether he could play based on when his 10-day enforced quarantine would have started. It would have started, according to ACC medical rules, when he would have first shown symptoms. Was that Tuesday? Was that Wednesday? He did take a test on Sunday, and that test was negative. They're tested on 3 days a week, ACC players. So his Sunday test was negative. His Wednesday test was positive. If his symptoms started Tuesday, then he would have a 10-day isolation clock that would allow him to play on November 7th, the next Saturday against Notre Dame. But that means he also would have to show no symptoms throughout that, no fever, none of that stuff. And you can't have no fever. You have to have no fever without taking aspirin or Tylenol or something.
BC or whatever.
You can't have fever reducing medication. You got to have just be clean, fever free. Obviously, it's a big situation, and they do have DJ Ugalele, who's a extremely gifted backup, one of the highest ranked dudes in the country, and all that stuff. So no one seems to be too concerned, but it's a big deal.
Yeah. Clemson should be fine this week, of course. Like you said, they definitely would need him back against Notre Dame. And not accusing anybody of anything, but these type of things seem to kind of work themselves out. So I think that he'll be fine.
They do.
I think that he'll be back for the Notre Dame game. Without a doubt, no question. No worries.
I would be shocked. I'm with you. I'd be shocked unless his condition
or some type of complications,
worsens,
right?
Something like that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I would totally agree with that. Interesting to see, though. There will be another round of testing today. It may have already happened with Clemson. If there is another round, Lawrence practiced with the team this week, could have potentially exposed other players. So I don't know. He's the way they set up the practice so that he wouldn't have exposed too many players by CDC close contact guidelines. He also does not have a roommate. He doesn't live with any of his teammates. So.
He's that dude.
Because he's a baller,
Yeah,
I mean, like
bougie type. Hey, ballers do baller stuff, bro.
That's so he doesn't live with anyone else. So that's good news for them, that they don't have to worry about a roommate situation or something like that. The question I would have, seeing what Clemson has looked like this year, and knowing how good they are. Knowing how good Trevor Lawrence is, knowing the history of all that stuff. If they end up losing, I'm assuming they'll beat Boston College no matter what.
Yeah.
But if they lose to Notre Dame, that's going to be the toughest game of the regular season anyway, and it would be obviously extremely tough without Trevor Lawrence. But taking this stuff into account, if they lose that game, do they get a little bit of a mulligan with the committee? Do they have to, do you throw that in the mix? How does that affect the way that you would perceive Clemson as a playoff team?
I'm sure they will get, some extra love from the voters as far as that's concerned. Is Notre Dame beatable? We asked this question a couple weeks ago. Actually, do you think Notre Dame is for real? And we both were like, nah, I don't think they are. So I wouldn't be surprised if they even could beat Notre Dame without them. You know what I mean? But depending on how good their backup is. Then they got Florida State, Clemson, Virginia Tech. Florida State, Pittsburgh, and Virginia Tech, all winnable games. I think they will be given a mulligan, but I'm not really sure that they need it. But like I said, another reason why I said even if they lose the Notre Dame game, I mean, as wild as this college football season has been, I don't see anyone else, jumping them or whatever. Really, I think it'll be them in Alabama playing for the championship once again.
It's I do think that ultimately they are so much better than everybody else, it does seem like they would get a mulligan even if they lost to Notre Dame. I guess it would depend on how the loss was. If they were just absolutely destroyed and then they struggled the rest of the way or something like that. But I'm assuming that even if they lose that game, it would be a pretty close loss, and then they would come back and look pretty good the rest of the way. And as long as that happened, then I really don't think that that would be a major impact. If you look at the rest of college football, outside of Clemson, Alabama, and I mean, again, I'm including Notre Dame in that, they would jump up, obviously, if they beat Clemson. But they're just not. It's not a lot, happening. Like, you got teams like Texas A&M, Florida, in the top 10. You've got Cincinnati in that mix. I mean, no disrespect to them. Georgia, they does seem like we just saw Alabama dismantle Georgia in the second half of that game. So I think there's a real gap between Clemson, Alabama, and everybody else, and I think that's going to lead to people giving Clemson a little more of a pass, let's say, in all of this. I mean, this is another example too of how the season, because it's so disjointed. Like, you've just got the Big Ten jumping in now. You've got the Pac-12 jumping in now. You've got some leagues that are already 2/3 of the way through the season, just about, and then you've got the SEC that's right around the midway point. Other seasons just get. How do you synthesize all this different data and put it? It just means that the selection committee is going to have to do things a little differently. It's not going to be the same old thing. It's not going to be the typical looking at the power rankings and that kind of. There's going to be more eye tests. There's going to be more weird leeway in this whole thing, just because of the nature of it.
Yeah, it's going to be weird stuff. I hope that outside of the whole sports thing, of course, we already said that we hope that Trevor Lawrence is fine. I hope this doesn't have any long-term effect on his career. I'd like to see him finish the season as well, man. I mean, if he gets, he might take this and be like, hey, I'm never playing again. He might get through the Notre Dame game or never even play the Notre Dame. We don't know. We don't know how he's going to respond to this, but we don't really know how he feels about this whole situation. But I just hope that his long-term health is fine. I hope he has a long NFL career and no setbacks due to COVID-19.
Ole Miss at Vandy. You'll hear that game right here on the Flynn family of stations, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5. 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. And, Ole Miss a 16.5-point favorite in this game. I think Ole Miss is the best 1-4 team out there. They really should not be 1-4 based on the way that they've played and what they've shown. The potential that they've got. Vanderbilt, meanwhile,
yeah.
I don't know what to think about it, but the thing is, Ole Miss and Vandy had previously been kind of a weirdly close matchup, a kind of a weird series where Vandy had a little bit of an edge from time to time in Ole Miss, but last year Ole Miss smacked them down, and I kind of feel like it's the same sort of thing. Vanderbilt is not a good offensive team, at all.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt scored 26 points this year. That's not good. Ole Miss can score 26 points in a quarter. Vanderbilt has not played in 3 weeks because they had the COVID postponement of the Mizzou game. So they haven't played in 3 weeks, and when 3 weeks prior they got destroyed by South Carolina 41-7, and South Carolina is not very, very good. They also lost to LSU 41-7, and again, LSU not particularly good. And LSU's defense is awful, and they only scored 7 points against LSU. So Ole Miss is going to win this game, and I'm surprised the number has gone down a little bit because I really think Ole Miss is going to win by a significant margin.
Yeah, Ole Miss has, they've had struggles on defense. I think the Vanderbilt is just the medicine they need to remedy those because Vanderbilt isn't like the other teams that Ole Miss has played so far this year. Ole Miss is probably definitely going to run away with Vanderbilt, and that break that Vanderbilt has, that's definitely not going to help them. I mean, it's not taking that much time off. It's not going to be to their benefit probably. So yeah, Ole Miss is probably going to run away and cover the spread.
Yeah, that's quite something. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But you can listen to that game right here, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5 with David Kellum and the crew on the call, Brent Norsworthy, part of the crew there too. So looking forward to all of that. Of course, we got a lot of stuff coming tonight, including Christian Brothers, CBHS in action. Eli Savoy on the call of that one. So we'll have plenty of football for you on the Flynn family of stations this evening and this weekend for Halloween. When we come back, an update on the college basketball scheduling world, and it's quite something. A tweet from Jeff Goodman certainly got my attention this morning. We'll go over what he had to say from some of the people that are trying to make this thing work. In the Family Leisure Studios, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio. We are Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Water damage to your home or business can be an absolute nightmare. And the faster you remove the standing water, the faster you can prevent secondary damage. Landmark Construction and Emergency Services specializes in water extraction. They have been a trusted name in the Mid-South for over 20 years. They are a Memphis-based company ready to serve your needs with their 24-hour emergency response. They are always on call and will respond within an hour. They work with most insurance companies and are the official restoration contractor of the Memphis Tigers home team. Landmark Construction and Emergency Services can't prevent disasters in your home and at your business, but their water damage team will certainly respond quickly to minimize and restore the damage. Call 901-452-0390. That's 901-452-0390 or online at landmarkco.org.
Today, everyone is expecting you to maintain a new level of clean, from customers and employees to students and staff. Cintas has the essential products and services to help you carry out cleaning protocols effectively. We'll keep you well stocked with cleaning supplies, professionally laundered uniforms, and other essentials like face masks, hand sanitizer, and thermometers. Give everyone the confidence they need to keep coming back. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
All 75 months at 2.99, Mirage LHO 10129, G4 LHF 07863, Eclipse LZO 15893, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/1/2020 with approved credit, dealer stock only.
How about a brand new ride that gets 43 MPG highway, seats 5, plus costs less than $4 a day? We Gossett at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage, buy for $11,100 or $99 a month. 2020 G4, 41 MPG highway, $139 a month, or buy for $12,435. And 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, $19,107 or $229 a month. Plus confidence today, tomorrow, and long into the future with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage, $99 a month. Mirage G4, $139 a month. And Eclipse Cross, $229 a month. Get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Have you thought about the holidays yet? Our friends at Window Genie not only clean windows, gutters, and concrete, they also hang holiday lights. Window Genie has a Christmas light rental program that includes custom design, installation, maintenance, takedown, and storage for your home or office. The best part, they're offering 15% off if you book by November 1st. Spend more time with friends and family this year and less time on the ladder. Call today for a free estimate, 901-424-4100. Window Genie, 901-424-4100.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Creep on in, on in, on in.
Yeah,
This
Zach.
This is.
Shout out to you, Zach.
Woo!
But they did this. I was like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, this is sets the mood nicely.
Yes.
Freaky.
Shout out to the movie Us. By the way.
It's woo!
Wait for it.
Jordan.
Yeah, man.
Jordan Peele is more talented than anybody deserves to be.
He's a national
Dude
treasure. We got to protect him at all times.
Just got an incredible amount of ability.
Yep.
I mean,
have you seen Antebellum?
No.
Go watch it. It's pretty decent.
My movie watching, I think, I was thinking about this because I've never been a real big movie guy to begin with, but especially since now that we have kids, we watch Friday night is movie night. We always watch a movie with the kids. That's it. I don't think I've seen like a adult, like a non-kids movie. And we watched Knives Out. I remember watching Knives Out. We did do that, but like one in like 6 months, 7 months. I mean, it's crazy. Like I can't do it. It's insane. I mentioned going to the break the college basketball world. We talked about how much of a challenge this year is going to be, much like as we discussed, with college football and trying to figure out with the selection committee and just making sense of a really weird year. Same thing's going to be true in college basketball, except probably to the nth degree because you have so many more teams, so many more unique situations, indoor venues. All kinds of different things. So to that end, Jeff Goodman this morning tweets out, he asked for responses from the coaches and administrators who are involved in college basketball scheduling as they are trying to, he said, to just kind of give me your quick thoughts on scheduling and how it's going right now. And here's the responses saying, complete and total cluster F. Dentist chair, no Novocaine.
Sounds painful.
A cluster of epic proportions. This is effed up, man. A fecal festival, which I've never heard that one before, but that's I think you know what that means. Total effing calamity. It's a hamster wheel. Sleep and pray we play. Urinating into the wind. Throwing darts at a board. Wild game of make-believe. Operating under false pretenses. Similar to playing Go Fish. So what we're seeing here is it's not going well from folks trying to put these games together on short notice, no notice. With everything is constantly changing parameters. As Mike Krzyzewski said yesterday, I think there's going to be a season. There's going to be March Madness. There's going to be a tournament. There's going to be something, but I don't know what it's going to be based on this example. I don't know what we're actually going to see.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. Maybe I'm underthinking this. Why aren't they doing the same conference thing like everyone else is doing, like college football did? Why are they trying to schedule outside of the conference?
I mean, I think they feel like they need more games. You're not if you just play a conference schedule, then you're playing depending on which conference you're in, you're playing. That's not even 10 home games. You need more inventory. College basketball, you're talking about, you typically have 18 to 20 home games. So if you just play the conference schedule, unless you play everyone twice, or do some kind of double round robin or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't see it. And they're trying to schedule, and they'd like to, in certain conferences, in certain teams in those conferences, you'd like to get some wins. Your worst teams in these conferences, if they don't schedule anyone out of the conference, they ain't get any wins.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a 1-17 season. They'd like to try to get that number a little higher. So in trying to set these schedules, it's it's hard to find opponents. It's hard to find enough opponents out there to make this thing work. And I bring that up because I really I have a lot of sympathy for the challenge of trying to do all this at this time. I mean, it is such a difficult time to begin with. Scheduling can be challenging, but when you add all these other dynamics into it at this time of year and trying to do all like a lot of last minute stuff, and then knowing that you're probably going to have some games canceled and some games postponed and all that. Woo! I don't envy. I'm starting to have more and more sympathy to the idea of just having the NCAA tournament. Basically just starting the season like in, February or something, and just going 1 month of conference play and then just going straight to like the 128 team tournament.
Why not, man, at this point?
Just go wild, man.
It ain't like it wouldn't be fun. It ain't like you wouldn't be tuned in watching the hell out of every one of those games. So, yeah, I'd be down for that.
And that's where all the money is in college basketball.
Right,
anyway. All the money's in the tournament.
Nobody's going to be watching those regular games.
Regular season, except for a few teams, and Memphis being one of them. The regular season is not really a major, huge component of things on TV ratings and anything else. It's all about that tournament, man. Right. That's why they're protecting that tournament at all costs. That's why they're trying to figure out some way to retain the tournament. But I mean, can you? I mean, at first I didn't want it, Zane. I really didn't. Like I'm not a believer in the make the tournament bigger. A lot of people have always kind of been that way, but I feel like it would totally take away it already detracts from the regular season as it is. I mean, college basketball's regular season is
means nothing.
It's not meaningless, but it's not meaningful either. But if you had the tournament expanded, it would mean nothing. But for this year, when you may not even have a regular season to like a normal, you certainly want to have a normal regular season, and you might not have too much of one depending on how things track with all this COVID stuff. To me, you might as well maximize the tournament. You might as well go like 128, 256. Let's go 256 team tournament. Let's go
alphabetical order. Arizona versus Alcorn State. Let's go.
No, okay. I'm not doing that. No.
How do you see them though?
You'd end up with
seriously. How do you see the teams? Did you just put them in a randomizer or
what? No, you'd have to do like I would think you would have to have, I mean, it depends on if you have any season at all to go on, then obviously you'd go on that. But if you were just to do it now, you could go on power rankings based on like people that cover the sport, and you'd be able to like
imagine the debates about that crap, man.
Oh man,
how do you have so and so at 211 when they're clearly 203?
I can't believe we're the 30th seed. We have to take on the 220th seed, and that's like it would be. And would it be single game, or would you do like 2 out of 3 in that scenario to increase more?
2 out of 3 make it twice as long. Maybe 3. No,
I know that's. But I mean, you need inventory, right?
I guess, man.
Can you? Oh, but think about this thing though.
You had to win like 12 straight games to win the championship.
But think about this though. If you expanded the tournament, so let's say the regular season just ends up being too unwieldy, and it's just hard to do, and it's very inconsistent. What if you expanded the tournament? Go with me here. 128 teams, and then you had best 2 out of 3 in each of the rounds until you got to the Final Four.
It'd be dope.
Because then you would end up with, that would be at least 10 games each team that made it to the Final Four would have to play. Right. If they swept all of them, they play 10 games, up to 15. So you get more inventory of games. It would change the tenor of March Madness, obviously. It wouldn't be that single elimination craziness. But you'd have a lot more actual
I still think the first round should still be single elimination. I don't want to see Duke beat Prairie View. I think they need to beat them 2 times.
Just destroy them.
Yeah, the first round is single elimination. Then you go 2 out of 3 up until the Final Four. I'd be dope for that. I'd be down for that.
But I do want chaos. I do want Prairie View beating Duke if they.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They shouldn't have to beat them 2 out of 3 though. Like if they beat them, if you beat Duke once and you're Prairie View, you won. You went to the next round. But then let's crank up 2 out of 3.
Yeah, maybe that's how they do it. Maybe it's like if you're below a 100 seed. If you win, you automatically
You're right,
advance.
regardless,
But
yeah.
The other team's got to beat you twice. You got to beat them once.
Like we had the
play-in, like
yeah,
the NBA play-in
game.
thing.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sweet.
Yeah, maybe that. I don't know. I
make something happen in college basketball. Make it happen.
It's gonna have to. I bring it up because it's gonna have to be
something creative.
You have to think out of the box, man.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think based on all this information that we've got right now that it's going to be anywhere close to a normal season.
Yep.
So that means you gotta get weird.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to embrace weird stuff. It's just kind of the way that it's going to be. We got to get out of here. Everybody have a safe Halloween weekend. Enjoy yourself. Hope the kids enjoy themselves. Get a lot of treats and maybe stay away from those tricks, if you know what I mean. It's just kind of
Whoop that
good
chick.
advice. Just good advice in general. Enjoy all the football this weekend as well. Middays coming up next. Y'all be good.